Wow, hello. Hello, Nyoni, Chozo, thanks for stopping by. Owen, Keiko, hello, hello. Oh my gosh, Owen, Aeon is currently on a 5-stream streak. Oh my goodness. You better start saving up those points for whenever I add in those Twitch point redeems. Hello. Welcome, welcome. Oh no, Twitch, why are you so small? Twitch chat. Let's make you a little bit bigger. Let's do this. Hold on. A bit bigger. Maybe a little more. Big. There we go. Oh, a little more. So tall. Okay, there we go. Like that. There we go. Hello and welcome. Oh my gosh, Salty Keiko also on a 5-stream streak. My goodness. Good evening, everyone. I'm Calico Pascal, the otter VTuber, streaming to you live from the Float Harbor Aquarium. And today we are back with more Ace Attorney. You know, I moved YouTube chat over because I wanted Twitch and YouTube to be kind of next to each other. But I'm worried we may be blocking stuff on screen. So, sorry YouTube, I'm gonna scoot you back onto the other side of the screen. There, it's like now we have a jury on both sides of the courtroom. Hello, Leaflands! My goat is real. Hello, it is me. I'm here in the flesh. You guys ready to jump into more court cases? We are on the last court case. I don't remember any. It's been a while. So let's talk. Let's figure out what we're doing here. Just crop the top of Twitch and stack the chats. Oh, just put them together? We could do that too. Okay. I guess we're gonna make y'all both small. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna make you a little bit smaller. YouTube, come back over. I'm gonna crop you guys as well. Maybe like that big. Let's see if that's any good. Yeah, there we go. Yay! Oh my gosh, now we're all together. Okay, so we did talk to Emma. Let me just quickly, for a refresher for myself. Emma, was it? So you're a scientific investigator? Yes, that's right. Is something wrong? No, it's just you seem kind of jumpy. Or maybe just young? Oh, so am I kind of big? Maybe scooch myself a little more. A little more. And then we're gonna squeeze this lawyer stand a little bit more. Just a little. There we go. Yay! There we go. Young! I'll be 6. Oh my god, you don't actually look 16 at all. I was gonna guess like young 20s. I'll be 16 years old this year. Oh, I see. Wait, only 16? I'm set to be formally assigned to forensics in 3 more years. My work is becoming quite well known, at my age no less. She's so cute. I know, I love her character design. It's really good. So what exactly is your current position then? Well, legally speaking, I guess you'd call me an 11th. Oh my god. I guess you'd call me an 11th grader. But I'm ready to do my job, at my age no less. Great, another future professional in training. Alright, yeah, sorry, we're gonna go through these again. I know we already did, but it's been a long time. I'm sure you guys need a refresher too. So what's this about a case? You said the trial's tomorrow? My sister didn't do it. She wouldn't stab someone with a knife. She wouldn't. So, it's a murder case. I don't care if there's a witness who saw her do it. She didn't do it. I know she didn't do it. It's a scientific fact. And there's a witness. Just talk to her! You have to talk to her! Right, I suppose I will. I promised her I'd bring Mia Fey, but... that's interesting. How would she know Mia? So you want to be a scientific investigator when you grow up, then? Excuse me? I'm not a child, I'll have you know. Okay, 11th grader. Calm down. Still, it's good to have a goal, albeit a very unusual one. I believe investigation should be done scientifically. Don't you? Yeah, sure can't fault her for a lack of enthusiasm. If this case is handled scientifically, I'm sure my sister's name will be cleared. Your sister? I've been doing research, you know. I'm developing a new scientific method of case investigation. I'll show you when I'm done. I'm looking forward to it. I guess I should get down to the detention center and talk to your sister. Right. My sister asked for Mia specifically. This Mia Fey person was a few years below her in school. So they went to the same school, huh? She always told me to go to Mia if I ever needed a defense attorney. And, well, I need one. Incidentally, Mia's a woman. Now that you mention it, I guess it is more of a woman's name than a man's. Well, it's nice of you to help your sister out like this. You must be close. Oh, it got quiet. Huh? Well, actually, when she gets like she is now, I kind of hate her. Huh? But she's my only family. Your only family? What about your parents? They died in a car accident when I was little. Oh, I'm sorry. Alright, serious. Okay, so we gotta go to the detention center. Let's figure out more. Also, is the game audio okay? I wonder what's wrong with Emma. She got quiet all of a sudden as soon as we arrived. Guard, I thought I told you I didn't want visitors. Sorry, ma'am. It's just your sister. No excuses. Or did you not want to raise this year, understood, ma'am. What was that all about? Hi, Lana. Funny. I seem to remember specifically telling you not to come here. Perhaps my memory is failing? Look, I didn't want to come here either, okay? But your trial's tomorrow and you still don't have a defense attorney. I'll be the one in court tomorrow. This has nothing to do with you, Emma. Isn't that right, Mr. Wright? Hey, how do you know me? Mia mentioned you. I've heard quite a bit. So, audio's good? Okay. Yay, thank you. Also, I noticed YouTube chat has the new, like, little shield logo. Unless I missed that last week. But wow, you got a little shield now, Noni. I'm sorry, what exactly is it that you do? My name is Lana. Lana Sky. I'm chief prosecutor for this district. You're a prosecutor? Two sisters, one a lawyer. Could this be a coincidence? Emma, Lana, I mean, they're just like... Oh my god. Is something wrong, Mr. Wright? There's something you should know from the start, which is the suspect in this case has confessed to the crime. Huh? Wait, but the suspect is... Me. I did it. Well, Mr. Wright, well, why don't you begin by telling me exactly what happened? The crime took place yesterday. Wow, it's February, just like us. Holy moly. It's February 21st at 5:15 p.m. That's quite specific. It was in the witness's deposition. A witness clearly saw me committing the crime. That was a bit of bad luck, wasn't it? The crime took place in the underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office. The body was found in the trunk of my subordinate's car. The prosecutor's office, huh? In your subordinate's car trunk? Classy. I was arrested on the spot, caught red-handed, as it were. Well, that's just great. They also added your selfie to the emotes. Wow. It's me. It's Noni, the goat. So who was the victim? An investigator with the police department. I suppose the correct term is detective. A detective? Death was due to a loss of blood. He was stabbed once in the stomach. By you. Death wasn't immediate, but the wound was fatal. I see. Allow me to repeat myself, Mr. Wright. The victim was a detective. You know what that means, don't you? Uh-oh. What? Mr. Wright, what does it mean? Well, it means the police department will consider it a matter of pride to have found me guilty. They will use any means at their disposal to do so. This case gets worse and worse with everything I learn. So you're the chief prosecutor? That is correct. I'm responsible for overseeing every trial handled by prosecutors in this district. I make sure the prosecutors have what they need to do the job and manage every aspect. Those are my responsibilities, in a nutshell. That's an awfully large nutshell. Still, I'm a little surprised. I would think you'd recognize the district's chief prosecutor, Mr. Wright. Huh? In fact, it seems impossible you wouldn't. Lana? What happened to your hand? Oh, this? I cut myself by accident. When I stabbed him, that is. Huh? I'm not very good at being a criminal, I suppose. How am I supposed to defend this? Time to change the subject. Wait, she was in the class ahead of Mia, wasn't she? You were in school with Mia, correct? A few years above her? Emma told you that too, did she? Well, why not? I did drag him all the way here from his office. Although it seems he has very little in common with Mia. Hey. It was in law school. I was in my 3rd year, and she was auditing the class. She was different than the other students. Different. She was strong. She'd do anything to become a defense attorney. Anything. That was probably why she was attracted to me. Excuse me? Yuri? Intellectually attracted? Lana was at the top of her class in school. I was the best there was. Oh. Phoenix? He was like, huh? I'm doing pretty good in school too, by the way. It sounds a bit different when Emma says it. Well, Mr. Wright. Excuse me? As you can plainly see, I am admitting my guilt. I think it's safe to say there's no way you can take this case. None. But Lana... Why? Why are you doing this to me? You never think of anyone but yourself. I know you didn't do it, Lana, I know! So how can you say you did? If I lose you, I'll be all alone. I hate you, Lana! Mr. Wright? Yes? I believe our discussion here is ended. The rest, I leave to you. You mean you're requesting my services as your defense? Don't lose any sleep over it. Your client has confessed, after all. The case is over. Right. I'll do what I can to get to the bottom of this. Lana has confessed to the crime, yes. But something doesn't fit. It's that look in Emma's eyes. There's something else going on here, and I'm going to find out what. I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. Huh? About what? My sister. She's not always like that, you know? I just never expected to be defending another prosecutor again. She's changed a lot. She used to be so gentle, always smiling. Everybody liked her. I see. Sorry, but I'm having trouble imagining that. She's so serious. What happened to her? I don't know for certain myself. I think maybe she... well, maybe not. It sounds like there's something there that defies a simple scientific explanation. Let's go check out this underground parking at the prosecutor's office, shall we? Okay! Yay, let's move. Underground parking lot. February 22nd, the prosecutor's office underground parking lot. So this is the lot where it all happened? Looks like they're still investigating. Funny that my first visit to the prosecutor's office should be like this. Hey everyone! Keep up the good work! Hey, what are you thinking? Well, they are going to be my coworkers 3 years from now, after all. No harm in saying hello. Actually there is. You know attorneys aren't supposed to examine crime scenes. I'm trying not to stand out too much here, see? Hey there! You expecting to go unnoticed here, partner? Partner? Oh my god. Well, howdy. What do we have here? Looks like a bambina got loose from the ranch and is up to no good. Folks gotta learn to keep them doggies tied down, partner. Mr. Marshall! Oh my god. No, don't do that in the... What the? You're gonna leave your DNA everywhere, bro. Marshall looks more like a sheriff to me. Looky here, Bambina. I know how you feel. But this is my gang's gold strike, see? Strike? This is our claim, our territory, with a motherload of evidence. If you're fixing to mess with what's ours, you'll regret it, partner. You know what dreams the cacti out in the desert dream? You want to? What's this guy talking about? You head along home now. Happy trails, Bambina. Yeehaw! Was that was that hombre a friend of yours? Kind of. Sort of. Yeah, he's a detective. Who thinks he's a sheriff from the Wild West, it seems. Alright, let's take a look around. Already there is something on the floor. What's this? A wallet? Excuse me, officer. Wait. What are you doing, Mr. Wright? What am I doing? I just found this wallet, so I'm handing it over to the police. I don't believe it. This is real basic. Anything at a crime scene is evidence. Let's be scientific about this, please. Just put it in your pocket. How is that scientific? Sounds like theft to me. A wallet. A foldable wallet found at the crime scene. There seems to be something inside. I'm called to duty already, and at my tender age. Here, I'll teach you the trick to examining evidence in detail, okay? By the way, her eyes are sparkling. I can tell she's been waiting for this. Okay, now, look at the court record. Alrighty. Oh my god, wait. This is new. You have to be sure to examine evidence carefully on all sides. Now, let's start examining, from every angle. Whoa. Oh look, I think there might be a clue here. You should check it out with the press of enter. Okay. Enter. Wow. Oh my gosh. This is an ID card. Sergeant Bruce Goodman, ID 5842189. See? Well, isn't scientific investigation useful? I guess, though I don't see what science has to do with it. Goodman's ID added to the court record. Let's be sure to examine every piece of evidence we find. I guess I've got to be on my toes from now on. Examine. Alright. There's a phone. Here, a phone! Let's see if it works. Hey, don't touch stuff we don't need to be touching. I can't hear anything. My ears! No, my ears! Maybe it's due to the barometric pressure. What is she babbling about? Hey! What did you just say? See, you can hear just fine. The phone's broken. What's this? Oh, no clues. Door. Look! A door! This must mean something. I'm not sure that doors mean anything. No, it won't open! A mysterious lock. I fail to see what's mysterious about it. Mr. Wright, you need to learn to enjoy life more. Let's finish our investigation first, shall we? Ooh, sign. Look! A stylish glass-walled room. Very nice. You can see the whole parking lot from in there. It says security. Perhaps it's a cafe? Girl? Huh? Cafe security. Yeah, that must be it. Let's check it out later. I could really go for, a matcha latte sounds pretty good. I hate to break it to you, but I think that's probably just a security guard office. You know, I scored a 97 on my science test the other day. Too bad they don't have a test for common sense. No, Phoenix, be nice. A ladder. Aha! A ladder. That's a step ladder. What's the difference? In scientific terms, please. Scientific, huh? Look at the basic nature of things, Mr. Wright. This all seems so horribly familiar somehow. Oh, that's not a clue. Is this a clue? Nope. How about this? This is where the cars leave the lot. The arrow on the ground makes it look more like an entrance. What are you talking about? It's plainly an exit. Well, maybe it's both. Kind of a dual purpose. Aha! The theory of relativity. What? I've got to write this down. Hey, Mr. Wright? Maybe, you know, was Mr. Relativity German, or was he British? Mr. Relativity? Are you sure that was his name? Yeah, everything is named after some guy's last name, like John Twitch. This wall is in our way. It's got a faucet for water. Wait, I know! This wall is merely a facade hiding the truth. This is no wall, but a water tank. I fail to see how it makes any difference either way. A water tank in the parking lot, huh? An oil drum. Looks like it's filled with water. It's heavy! I can't even budge it! The drum over here is on its side. Wait! I know. I'll hide in here and do a stakeout. I think you'll probably just get arrested. In fact, you may not even have to hide in the drum to get arrested. What? I'm not suspicious! Can we, slide? Ooh. Wow, there's a car. And this. Well, no time to waste. Let's get hunting for clues. I wonder what this is. Well, partner, you came back. Looks like you got no intention of going home quietly. The sheriff. Like I said before, this here is our claim. You'd best be moseying along, unless you're fixing to bite the bullet. Gah, scary. Could you just tell us one thing? Who owns that car? Well, the little filly's got a good nose on her. You want to know who rides that red Mustang with the body in her saddle, eh? Please! No problem, partner. About time for victuals anyway. Get yourself to the saloon up on the 12th... Oh my god. Oh, no, it's not the... it's not the security window that she thought is a cafe. There is an actual cafe, though, but it's on the 12th floor. Get yourself to the saloon up on the 12th floor of the prospector's office. Might just find you a cerveza you like. Prospector's office? Where does this guy think he is? And when, for that matter? Note to self. Look up... Vittles? Is it Vitals or Vittles? Vittles Saloon Cerveza. Maybe we should check out room 1202, the High Prosecutor's office. In any case, stay away from the car. You can look around here all you like, just keep your paws off our claim. Right, great. Great, maybe there are some clues around here, Mr. Wright. Let's check it out. Excuse me. Oh, is it someone else? Were you two all set? Us? Oh. Oh, hello. What's with the onigiri hat and the sausage octopus necklace? What's this? She couldn't be. You're selling lunches? Here? This is a crime scene! Oh my god, bento lady. Hello! Half and half, was it? Oh, thanks. And you, sir? Yes? Oh my god. Some crunchy goodness coming at you! Thanks. Interesting way of doing business. This area is off limits to anyone without clearance. Especially passers-by. Or are you officers? No, but you don't exactly look like the type to have clearance. Well, that's hardly a way to greet someone. Even if my days as the cough-up queen are over. Cough up, huh? Oh, like, cough it up? You know, I'm feeling kind of full. Maybe I'll pass on lunch. I'm quite connected to this case, you see. The images are burned into my eyes, you might say. Yes, all the sordid secrets. Secrets? Dear me, you are a slow one, aren't you? Oh, I'm referring to the murder. Wait, the stabbing of that detective. What? A witness clearly... Uh-oh. She witnessed the crime. The witness clearly saw me committing the crime. You mean you're the witness my sister was talking about? Please, Cough Up Queen, tell us what happened. The name is Angel Star. Don't you go forgetting it. Or before you know it, I'll have you whimpering at my heels. Hello? Huh? Phoenix, no! Yes, ma'am. Yipes, she means it. Somehow, I knew. Yesterday was a day of destiny. I knew something was going to happen. Just like I know that the daily special on Friday every week is salmon. Destiny was yesterday's special for some reason. You're a defense attorney, right? You should know then. You should know the foul misdeeds of the evil ones who haunt this den of inequity. The evil ones? Prosecutors! They have no qualms at all about blackening the name of innocence. And yesterday they paid homage to the most evil one of all. They gave me an award for King of Prosecutors. What a farce. So she's saying there was some sort of prosecutors' convention yesterday. I was almost compelled to lace their lunches with something foul. Do you have a personal grievance against prosecutors or something? Or is there some kind of scientific evidence of this, evil? You like me for real, for real? Young miss, mock me at your own risk. You'll soon find out why they call me the Cough Up Queen. Ew! The most heinous of all the evil ones, the one they awarded yesterday. It was in his car that they found the body. Proof that he devours the evilest lunches of all. Really? Really what? I'm totally confused. One thing's clear, this lunch lady has a thing against prosecutors. So what exactly was it that you witnessed, Miss Star? It was a fascinating spectacle, to be sure. I now feel I know what they say I now feel I know what they say when they talk about a woman's wrath. To see Lana Skye wield that knife so... Her knife flashed in anger, bringing him to a sad end. It was truly a sight to see. You mean you saw the very moment of the crime? The sound of his silvery ties to this world being cruelly cut still rings in my ears. And the rhythmic beat of Lana Skye's knife. Wait a second, you know Lana Skye? Of course, it's quite a feat becoming chief prosecutor. How many lunchboxes of sin did she pack to make that journey, I wonder? She always travels light. Now why would this pretty lunch lady know the chief prosecutor's name? Could we ask you a bit about yourself, Miss Star? I come here every day to sell lunches. I import only the freshest and best from the Far East. For some reason, the box lunches are a hit here. Why not make the lunches here rather than import them? Did you say something? No. Only true connoisseurs can understand. The kind you can only tell someone who has tried General Tso's trilobite lunch set. Never mind. You win. You like her little onigiri hat? It's very fashionable. I do. It is a very statement piece. I don't even want to appreciate part of a trilobite's flavor. Anyway, I come here every day to sell lunches. My boyfriend works in the security room here at the prosecutor's office. Your boyfriend? See the security room over there? The glass-walled booth? I sell my lunches, and since I'm here anyway, I drop in to see him. Since you're here anyway, I guess selling lunches is more important than romance. That's at least a second thought. So, to scientifically analyze the data available so far, you, Miss Star, are a lunch vendor with an ulterior motive for coming here. Useful analysis. Not. Did you have a bad experience with the prosecutor, Miss Star? I sense some, hostility. Hostility? Perhaps. Prosecutors are all alike, and the bigger they get, the worse they smell. Kind of like 10-day-old clams in the chowder. I wonder if Miss Star was involved in some sort of legal trouble in the past. That'd be a sure case of food poisoning, scientifically speaking, of course. I mean, now you're talking, cough-up queen. I thought she was just a lunch vendor, but now I'm not so sure. Yeah, she's just making money. Do I have anything we can show? Maybe she knows this guy. Present. About this card. Lunchland vendors only accept cash. No cards. Sorry. Especially not a card belonging to someone else. No, this isn't a credit card. It's an ID card. It belongs to a detective. And you're showing this to me, the lunch lady, why? That's like showing a fine honeyed ham to a detective. Why do I always feel like I'm being mocked? Can I examine some more? Or are they gonna kick me out again? Oh, I can't. They won't let me look. I don't think there's anything left to look at. I guess we just gotta move. Let's go to the High Prosecutor's office. February 22nd, High Prosecutor's office, room 1202. This is the kind of room that just screams, I can do the job. Quite a change from your office, really. Thanks. Look! There's a trophy or something here. A trophy? What, that shield? It takes real nerve to display stuff like this. Whoever's office this is, they must be a real stuck-up jerk. Phoenix Wright. You never tire of prying into other people's business, do you? And that voice. Oh my gosh. Long time no see, Edgeworth. Huh? Ah! Mr. Edgeworth! You know him from somewhere? Of course! I'm his biggest fan! My sister introduced us once and... right. Her sister is a chief prosecutor, after all. I know it's her husband! Well, what brings you here? I'll warn you, I've been known to be a real stuck-up jerk. No! Did I? No! It was just, Mr. Wright here, he... Hey, don't blame me! We're just here to investigate a murder case! Murder? A body was found in this nasty... A body was discovered! In this nasty bright red sports car in the parking lot. That would be... Hello? That would be my car. What of it? What? Your car? I'll say one thing. She certainly can scream. You love toxic yaoi, don't we all? Why has he got his outfit in a frame? So the body was found in your car. Go ahead, say it right. You think I did it, don't you? After you went through all that trouble to help me last year, no less. No, we don't think you did it. I mean, it was my sister who stabbed him. Wait, no, she didn't do that. I mean... Wait, so you're the chief prosecutor's little sister, then? Yes, sir, Emma Sky. It's nice to meet you again. Now that didn't sound forced at all. Now I remember, you've really grown. I'll admit, it was a surprise for me too. To think that my own car would become the scene of a murder. More surprising still, I'm being forced to prove my superior's guilt. I can understand. Wait, what did you say? Lana Sky is a chief prosecutor, the top prosecutor in the district. She can't prosecute herself, so I'll be the prosecutor at the trial. No! I'll be the prosecutor at the trial tomorrow. You? Mr. Edgeworth. To be honest, it's a bit of a miracle I'm still here at all. What do you mean? Rumors. You've heard the rumors about me, haven't you? Miles Edgeworth. Oh my gosh. It's hard to remember a time when there weren't rumors about this guy. Wow, the flashback. Forging evidence, arranging false testimony, illegal searches, you name it. Thanks to you, my innocence was established in the trial at the end of last year. However, there are some who say I'm the one responsible for the current incident. What? That's crazy! Some people need very little excuse to think ill of others. It's a fact of life. Impossible to stop. But some of them even go so far as to present me with toys like this. They think it's funny. Toys? That bronze shield? There's got to be a story behind that one. Chief Prosecutor Sky? Yes, we first worked together on a case 2 years ago. It was my first big case. That's right, I remember. 2 years ago. I wasn't even a lawyer yet. Since then, I always felt that she was looking out for me. It appears I was mistaken. Oh, he thinks that she's trying to frame him. Mistaken? Why? I mean, I know she's not the warmest person, but I'm sure she felt some responsibility for you. Then, why? Why did she stab someone in the trunk of my car? Not only that, she stabbed him with my knife. What? Mr. Edgeworth, your knife was the murder weapon? To be specific, it was the knife I keep in the toolbox in the trunk of my car. Edgeworth's knife added to the court record. Bro, imagine having someone kill someone in your car and you're still paying for them. No! My car! Yeah, it's a red sports car. He's crazy. Edgeworth? What? Are you sure you didn't... What the hell, Phoenix? Are you sure you didn't do it? Please be serious, Wright. Come on, can't he take a joke? You have a strange sense of humor, Mr. Wright. She says. Alright, do you know who this is? Say, Edgeworth, I was wondering about this. Mr. Wright! Huh? What? Are you sure you should be showing that to Mr. Edgeworth? Oh. Well, he'll take it for sure, won't he? I wish I could be on the same side as Mr. Edgeworth. What the? What about me? But then my sister would be found guilty. If she sighs any deeper, I'm going to start getting depressed. Oh, okay. He didn't even care. Welp. Wait. No, I want to look at your room. Let me see. I've been wondering, what the heck is this? It has a big K on it. Ugh, prosecutors. Huh? What's that? It's the King of Prosecutors trophy. King of Prosecutors? It's a great honor. They send that shield to the best prosecutor every year. What? So that K, that's... K stands for King? Yeah, you got a problem with that? I didn't design the thing. King of Prosecutors. Kind of like Employee of the Month, only better. Amazing. Wow, this jacket is even lacier than his usual ones. This must be his lucky trial jacket. Lucky jacket, right. I've never seen him wear it. I'm sure there's a story behind why it's in a frame. Maybe I'll be naughty and take a picture. She's getting way too excited about this. Well, there's more to this? So that's the King of Prosecutors shield, huh? Well done, Edgeworth. You must be proud to be the King of Prosecutors. Congratulations, King of Prosecutors! Please, stop saying that. That still doesn't explain one thing. Why is the tip of this shield broken off? A work desk. It's quite tidy, as one might expect. What a nice desk! Easy to use and easy on the eyes. It's polished so well I can see my own reflection. Strange. Why did I just picture Detective Gumshoe? Maybe I'll take that name plaque as a souvenir. Don't. He'll sue you. My. What an amazing bouquet! Just right from Mr. Edgeworth. No kidding. Hey, there's a card on it. Back from the dead. Wendy. Wendy? I've heard that name somewhere before. And beside it, a giant steel samurai! Wow, I want one! Huh? There's something written on the bottom of his foot. Between a rock and a hard place. From Wendy. Wendy? Is she Mr. Edgeworth's fiancée? Oh my god. I don't think so. That would be me, Phoenix Wright. Ooh, cute! What a pretty tea set. I go more for the instant tea bags myself. Amazing! The jar below is filled with packets of tea leaves. They're all sorted by place of origin and flavor. Wow, that is very, very organized. Look at this royal blend! What an exquisitely splendid concoction! There's such a thing as taking a hobby too far. No, that's really sick, actually. The potassium trophy. Banana. Hey, a chessboard! I'm not too up on my chess, but it looks like blue's in a bit of a tight spot. The red knights have surrounded the blue pawn. Huh? Those horses are mounted knights. Their swords have really sharp edges. And check out that poor pawn. His head is kind of spiky. Kind of reminds me of you. Mr. Edgeworth must be an avid chess player. What's wrong, Mr. Wright? Edges. Surrounding a pawn with spiky hair? Nah, it's nothing. What the? Is bro making like a clone fan fiction with Phoenix Wright? Whoa! These are all case files? They're stacked up to the ceiling. There's even a ladder. Odd. I thought Edgeworth wasn't good with heights. He must have someone get them for him. Strange. Why did I just picture Detective Gumshoe? Again. He must study these case reports so closely. He's so cool. You wouldn't say that if you saw him sweating bullets up on that ladder. Anything else? Oh, sofa? Mr. Edgeworth has such a comfy sofa. Sofas like this make me want to curl up and take a nap. I bet he pores over his case files here until the wee hours of the morning. Then he takes off his jacket, rolls up his sleeves, and goes to sleep using his arm as a pillow. I don't believe it. She's actually daydreaming about Edgeworth working. I bet in the morning he has sofa hair and little creases in his cheek from the seams. Wow, very specific. He's so cool. Sofa hair is cool. Does he also have like the dried up saliva on the side of his mouth? Alright, well I guess that's everything in the room. Okay. Let's move. Back to the parking lot. Okay. You're gonna move again. Let's go back and talk to, Oh. Hello? You're not even in here. Where is she? This guard monitors the visitor's room. He's frozen in fear of the frigid Miss Lana. I'm feeling a bit chilly myself. She's not even here. Smile for the camera. Okay. Okay, back. Yeah, let's go back to the office, I guess. Oh, am I missing something else? Maybe I was supposed to talk to Edgeworth some more. Or there's something else here. Or maybe not. Okay, we're gonna go back. Oh, yes, let's ask him about this. Why is it broken? So basically, this says you were the best of the best last year, huh? You can take that foolish grin elsewhere, right? I lost a day of work to receive that travesty. Huh? Why's that? I had to go to the police department to receive that broken shield. The police department? Yes, right next to the police station downtown. You've been there, haven't you? Where Detective Gumshoe works? Yeah. I was wondering something about your shield. Why is it broken? What does it matter? I've got more important things to worry about. He's so fine. True. Oh, right. He doesn't seem too concerned about his award, for better or for worse. Yesterday was a very busy day for the prosecutor's office. Maybe we should ask him more about yesterday? Talk. The day of the crime. Tell us what happened. Could you tell me more about yesterday? The day of the murder? Yesterday was the annual cleaning day at the prosecutor's office. Cleaning day? Working with the police department, we sort and file all evidence for solved cases. We call it evidence transferal. Wiping your hands of old cases, in other words. Oh, and another thing. A ceremony was held at the police department. There's an annual review and awards for outstanding police officers and prosecutors. And that's when you got the shield? I was at the police department yesterday afternoon. I got back here at 5:12. That's very precise. People like myself and Mr. Edgeworth pride ourselves on our precision, Mr. Wright. No, I place little faith in my memory. The only thing I trust is solid evidence. Edgeworth's parking stub added to the court record. This is the parking stub from the underground lot. The murder took place around 5:15. So the murder happened right after you got back. What, right? I'd appreciate it if you'd direct that suspicious glare elsewhere. Who's this? Oh my gosh. Why is his hand like that? Excuse me, but is Mr. Edgeworth, anywhere on the premises? I'm Edgeworth. What is it? I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief. Sir, I've got your report, sir. Report? What, did you find new evidence in the case against Chief Prosecutor Sky? Oh, I don't like the way this conversation is going at all. Oh, maybe you should have, like, a more, like... Sky, sir? No, sir! No name of that kind, sir! Not in this report, sir! I think I just heard Edgeworth's lid blow. Mr. Edgeworth's lid isn't on very tight, is it? I made a clear request to the police department, did I not? I need to focus on the trial tomorrow, so don't bring me anything unrelated. Sir, but, sir, I'm just following orders, sir. They told me to bring this to you. I wasn't aware of the particulars of your arrangement with us, sir. Give me your name. Yes, sir. Meekins, sir. Officer Meekins. Right, Officer Meekins. Take your report and leave. And good luck with that raise next month. But sir, I didn't know. Poor guy. Looks like he was absent on the day they gave out brains and good luck. I like these new sprites. Right. Yes, sir. Ah, he caught me off guard. As you can see, I'm busy. You may leave now. Let's do what he says, Mr. Wright. The victim was a detective from the same department as that patrolman just now. Go down to the police department. You can ask more there. Thanks. He seems to have finally calmed down, at least. Okay, let's move. To the police department! The police? Hello? Wee woo wee woo. Phew, we're finally here. Why would they put the police department so far away from the prosecutor's office? Beats me. That took almost 30 minutes by taxi, and traffic wasn't even that bad. The police department, huh? I've only ever been to criminal affairs next door. Hold on. What's that? Wow, look at him! Disturbing. Why does it undulate like that? Oh, wait, I know. This is the Blue Badger. They're trying to make him the police mascot. Wow, Mr. Wright, you sure know a lot about the police. Still, he does seem familiar somehow. He's like crying. Look at him. Forget the Blue Badger. Who's that next to him? Someone appears to be dancing with the Blue Badger. Uh-oh. He noticed me. He sure is running over here fast. Hey, pal. What are you doing here? That's my line, Detective Gumshoe. Wow. Specifically, why were you dancing over there? What? Well, at least he doesn't seem to be busy. This is our chance to get information. Hey, I'll have you know I'm a very busy man, pal. the case. I'll give you one word of advice, pal. You'd better not agree to defend the suspect in this case.
Well, why not?
Huh? Well, it's just that the chief prosecutor has confessed to the crime. She says she summoned the detective to the prosecutor's office. Oh, this is the guy who died. Whoop. And she killed him.
But what if she's not telling the truth?
Yes, well, no, come on, pal. There's plenty of evidence against her.
But what if the evidence was faked?
Hey, pal, can I speak to you for a second? Huh? Me? Why is this little girl so peeved at me? She's a relative of the suspect. She's Lana Sky's sister. Whoa! The chief prosecutor's little sister?
Just please investigate this case carefully, okay? Scientifically.
Yes, sir! Oh, by the way, you might want to keep your voices down. You don't want to be overheard using words like faked.
Huh?
It's a sensitive issue with us these days.
So, what are you doing here, Detective Gumshoe?
Me? Oh, well, nothing really. They kicked me out of criminal affairs.
Oh no! Detective Gumshoe, what did you do this time?
What do you mean, this time?
Then what happened? I know things are busy right now. I mean, with my sister's case and all.
It's true. We've never had a chief prosecutor murder anyone before. Only the highest ranked people are being let into criminal affairs now. The lowest ranking guy in there is our chief of detectives. They're not letting any of us rank and file detectives in at all.
None of you?
I know this is an important trial, but isn't that a little odd? So anyway, I thought I'd spend the day getting the badger dance down pat.
Isn't there anything else you could be doing?
The chief of police himself is directing this investigation, pal. And Officer Marshall, wow, his name is literally Officer Marshall, was assigned to the underground parking lot.
Officer Marshall?
Now that I think about it, Emma did seem to know that Marshall guy. A patrolman in charge of a crime scene. It's unheard of, pal! Tell me about this. Hey, that's it! That's the King of Prosecutors Award that Mr. Edgeworth got yesterday! Were you at the award ceremony, Detective Gumshoe? Of course, pal! I got an award for diligence myself. Congratulations.
I was wondering, why is the award a shield? And why is it broken?
Oh, there's a reason. I'll tell you what it is later. Apparently he's forgotten. But I was proud of Mr. Edwards for winning that award, even with all the naysayers in the prosecutor's office. Naysayers? Must be because of the rumors. Oop, I didn't want to look at it. Oh, but look. Wow! Wow! We can turn it in 3D! That's crazy. Found in Mr. Edwards' car, stabbed with Mr. Edwards' knife, huh? What would drive Chief Prosecutor Sky to do such a thing? Well, wait, I mean, sure, of course someone else really did it. Someone who must have a grudge against Mr. Edgeworth. The car and the knife do seem a little too well organized to be a coincidence.
Poor Mr. Edgeworth. What could have happened?
We have to find out a little more about what's going on with Edgeworth. Detective Gumshoe? What can you tell me about this? Huh? Hey, pal. This is a detective's ID card. You can't just keep that. You have to turn it in to the police. It's people like you that get me into so much trouble all the time. Meaning Detective Gumshoe must drop his card a lot. Let's see. Bruce Goodman? Goodman? Sounds familiar. Nah, my mistake.
But didn't you work together with him in criminal affairs?
Whoa, now I remember! Bruce Goodman! He's the victim! That's what I thought.
Can you tell us more, Detective Gumshoe?
No. Okay. Tell me about Bruce Goodman.
So, this ID card belonged to the victim?
He was a detective, like myself. Detective Bruce Goodman.
Don't you think it's strange? I mean, why would the victim's ID card be lying on the ground where we found it?
Well, Detective Goodman should have been at the Detective Goodman. Should have been at the police department yesterday. There was an evidence transferal for a case he handled 2 years ago. Evidence transferal? Mr. Edgeworth mentioned that too. But Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office. Well, that's the thing. It's hard to say this, but word is that Chief Prosecutor Sky called him out there, to the parking lot. And Lana's confessing as much. He's in a tough spot again. Again? Yeah, yes. Well, it all started with the murder of that defense attorney, Hammond.
But Mr. Edgeworth was found innocent.
Listen, pal, there have always been rumors about Mr. Edgeworth. Forging evidence, making deals with witnesses. Nothing outright, but there were always whispered rumors. Ever since he was accused of murder, no one's whispering. They're practically shouting.
But there's no evidence against him.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth has always had unusually strong ties to the department higher-ups. It's only natural that people would be suspicious. I had no idea he was under the gun. Anyway, this latest case has started a new rumor. People say the only reason he took this case is because he's aiming for the chief prosecutor position himself.
What?
But I know the truth, pal. Nobody wants to be the one who has to prosecute the chief prosecutor. Mr. Edgeworth is biting the bullet on this one. He's doing this for all of us. Man. Did we get anything for this? Oh, yeah, okay, same thing. They're just related. Let's examine. Let's look at the blue badger.
I was wondering about that.
What, the dancing blue badger? That's my masterpiece. Oh my gosh, he made it. You made this, Detective Gumshoe? The chief threw together some design and I just did my thing, pal.
Nice work.
It's battery powered, so it can go anywhere. There's no switch, so it just dances until the batteries die.
Poor blue badger, fated to dance until he drops.
Wow. And that's all I know about that. I'm not officially on the case, you know.
Thank you.
Why aren't you handling the case, Detective Gumshoe? We met the guy who is, what was his name? The guy in the parking lot? That'd be Officer Marshall. He was appointed directly by the Chief of Police.
Officer Marshall? Is he some kind of Wild West sheriff or something?
No, Jake Marshall's just a regular officer. From West LA. From LA? For a moment there, I wasn't sure. Look, pal, let me try to make things a little easier for you. Show them this and they'll let you examine the crime scene. Maybe. Wow! Detective Gumshoe's letter of introduction added to the court record. Allows the bearer to investigate the crime scene. I'll be surprised if this gets us anywhere. Just act like you're supposed to be there, and nobody will look at you twice, pal. Wow, thanks, Gumshoe. Oh, okay, same thing. We just get to watch this again. I love his little dance. Okay, there we go. Look, that patrolman is saluting the other guy. He must be a detective. And then I said, hey, you do that, your soup will get cold, buddy. That's hilarious, sir. I laughed so hard I cried. Ha 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 ha. I guess he wasn't saluting. He was wiping tears from his eyes. They make a good pair.
Mr. Wright, do you know why patrol cars are painted black and white?
No idea. Why?
Well, I think they're designed after a panda.
A panda?
Not that I have scientific proof, it's just a theory.
Do you mind me asking how you came up with that theory?
It was when I was on a school trip. I saw a patrol car and it came to me. We had just been at the zoo, see?
What about zebras? Or do they not have that at your zoo?
The banner here is announcing the crime-fighting campaign.
Nice slogan.
I wonder if they'll be selling fingerprinting sets.
I don't think it's that kind of campaign.
What family would want a set at home? It's good for finding out who snuck into the cookie jar.
I think most families can figure that out without the extra help. The police!
I always get excited when I come to a police station.
Why is that?
It just feels like I've jumped into a movie.
Huh? You know, with all the police and criminals. Oh, well, I don't know if this is all that exciting. Sure it is. Look at those two officers over there. They're probably talking about the latest bust. Funny. I thought they were talking about the weather. Anything else? Oh. The usual wanted posters are hanging up on the bulletin board there. Do you know this face? If you do, dial 911. You know, Mr. Wright, I always thought it was kind of funny. I've never seen anyone who looked like these people in the posters. They hardly even look human. She has a point. An entrance. The detectives in there look pretty busy. Just imagine, right now, behind those doors, a police drama in action. Somehow the thought fails to excite me. Okay, I think that's everything here. Let's move back to the underground parking lot. February 22nd, Prosecutor's Office, underground parking lot. Looks like the investigation is still going. I have to be getting back to the shop. Sorry, looks like I'll be stuck in... Oh, sorry, looks like I'll be stuck in this pit till the sun sleeps. I'll see you in my dreams tonight then, baby. Oh, was it her?
Oh, still here? Hello. Why the surprised looks? Didn't I mention? I've got a boyfriend in criminal...
What the? Damn, okay.
I've got a boyfriend in criminal affairs, too.
What happened to the security guard? Hey, what's wrong, Bambina? You're looking like a doggy that's lost its herd. Jake Marshall. Strange guy to put in charge of a crime scene. Oh my god, the music.
There's something I wanted to ask you.
The scene of the crime. A cold grave for men who lost their dreams. And me, I watch over them as they sleep, dreaming of the desert's harsh judgment. He's asleep. Well, should we show this hopeless case something to catch his interest?
There's something I wanted to ask you.
The scene of the crime. A cold grave again. And me, I watch... Okay. Knocked out again. Alright, can I show you... Oh wait, back. Back. Present. Look at this!
Would you mind reading this for me?
What's this? I warn you. Fan letters to me go right in the spittoon. It's a letter of introduction from Detective Gumshoe. May we investigate? Gumshoe. Ha, that old cow dog? He holding a birthday party or something? Huh? Look, where it should say letter of introduction, it says invitation. I think he just miswrote it. Wait, why am I getting all defensive here? No worries, this proves it's from Detective Gumshoe. Better than a blood test. Guess I'd better let you in then.
Thank you, Officer Marshall.
Oh, that's right, he's a patrolman, not a detective. Which reminds me...
Hey, wait a second. Isn't a crime scene supposed to be handled by a detective or higher?
Well, folks, the clues are calling. Welcome to our gold strike. Be like the settler, strike out for lands unknown. Manifest destiny, let's have a hootenanny.
Note to self, police investigations are like settling land. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you say?
I say I won't be needing this anymore. Detective Gumshoe's letter of introduction, crumpled and discarded. We didn't even get to take a close look at it, but whatever. Okay, let's examine. Let's slide on over. Alright, let's take a look. This appears to be the car where the body was found. It looks like the lock on the trunk is busted. The crime took place in the underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office. The body was found in the trunk of my subordinate's car.
Quite a luxury car. It just screams, I have money to burn.
Yeah, prosecutors get the big bucks. This looks like a cell phone.
Scientific analysis would suggest this belonged to the victim. I can't think of anyone else it could belong to.
What's so scientific about that? Should we check it out? Check it out. Right, let's check it out. Yeah, oh, okay. Let's examine. Wow, we can rotate. Woo! Oh. This phone's still on the redial screen. Redial? Mr. Wright? Most phones keep a record of all the calls you've made and received. You just press the blue button to display the last number you called. Convenient, isn't it? I'm surprised you didn't know about it. Sorry to disappoint you, but even I know about things like redial. Huh? Oh, I'm sorry. It's just, you never know with people from your generation. She's calling me old. Whatever, let's check this phone out. She's like, whatever, Unc. Now, to see who's the owner of this phone called last. Note to self, a defense attorney doesn't think first, he just pushes the button. Beep. Oh my god, it's the Steel Samurai. Hey, that song, I know that. Hey, what's going on over there? Ah, oh, sorry. I see you, partner. You pressed redial on that there phone, didn't you? Well, yeah.
Whose phone is this anyway? It was on the ground over there.
Cowboy man. Whose is it? That belongs to Chief Prosecutor Sky.
What? It's my sister's.
She apparently dropped it when she was taken into custody right after the crime. Look, the last call was made right when the murder occurred. Looks like she was fixing to call someone. Except she only spoke for a few seconds according to this. Who did she call? No idea. Sorry, partner. Now I got a question for you, partner. I heard a phone ring just now. One of those newfangled ringtones. Oh, that, I'm sorry, that was my phone. What? Your phone? Yeah, it's kind of strange, but someone called me right as we picked up the other phone. A wrong number. I hope you're not lying. They shoot you for that in Texas, partner. Uh-oh, I've incited the wrath of the Lone Star Patrolman. Cell phone added to the court record. Property of Lana Sky, last call made at 5:18 on the day of the murder. I see. Let's keep examining. Anything else? B block is through there. That's where visitors park. I can see the Lunchland car over there, far in the distance. Hey, you're right. I like the cute design on the door. I can see a cartoon cow munching down on a juicy looking steak. Doesn't that strike you as a little creepy? Just don't think too deeply about it and you'll be fine. Anything else? Oh, this is A block. A block. The area is reserved for prosecutors. Defense attorneys are relegated to B block. I dream of the day when I will be able to park my car here. I'll go over to B block to buy my hamburgers from you, Mr. Wright. What? I'm not planning on giving up my job that soon. No, look, the body was just hanging from the car like that. This rope, is it? Yep, they laid it in the outline of the victim's body.
So wait, the victim must have died when the killer closed the trunk on him.
You have got to be the only person I know that would come to that conclusion. Anything else? I think we've got it all. Nope, that's no clues. Okay. Slide on over. Is there anything else to talk about? Oh, I guess there is. Oh, now that he's let us take a look. Officer Marshall, could you tell us more about the victim? Good men always die young. Remember that, partner. Could you be a little bit more specific?
Bruce Goodman. He was a detective, right?
Well, aren't you a feisty dog over there now? Detective Goodman was stabbed here at 5:15. The smiling Madonna told me the tale. I think he means the witness, Miss Angel Starr. One stab to the chest. A fine piece of work. This here's the autopsy report. Goodman's autopsy report added to the court record. Death due to loss of blood, 1 knife wound. Died within an hour and a half of 4 p.m.
Was my sister involved with the victim in any way?
Funny you should mention that, Bambina. Chief Prosecutor Sky and Detective Goodman had nothing in common at all.
Nothing in common?
They apparently worked together on a case a few years back, so there's no motive. Goodman wasn't a particularly gifted detective. That's one reason why he didn't do much work with the chief prosecutor.
But my sister called the victim here on the day of the murder, right? Here to this parking lot?
So it seems, like calling an unarmed man to a shoutout at high noon. It's high noon. I don't mean any offense, but Officer Marshall, you're a patrolman, right? Not a detective? You calling me out? They shoot you for that in Texas. Huh? I was one of them fancy shoe detectives till 2 years ago, to tell you the truth. Oh, really? Now he tells me.
But you're a patrolman now, so how can you be in charge of a crime scene?
Nothing gets by you, does it, Bambina? So are you in charge? No reason. We're just short on hands right now. I'm keeping an eye out in the meantime.
That's odd, though. Detective Gumshoe was saying he had nothing to do... nothing important, at least.
He's nothing but a sad old cow dog that can't find his tail. Maybe it's because he runs with that Edgeworth, eh? Edgeworth? That cow dog's been kicked out of this cattle run by order of the chief of police. You just don't realize it yet.
Detective Gumshoe kicked out of the investigation. So there's no connection between Detective Goodman and my sister.
That's correct, but there's a gold mine of evidence against her. And the prospector tomorrow is none other than Edgeworth himself. I'm afraid your sister's fate is decided, Bambina. Many condolences.
Officer Marshall!
Yeah, Bambina?
How can you say that? You and my sister, you were...
Is there something between this cop and her sister that I don't know about? I apologize, Bambina. Something must have gotten to me. Maybe it's that dry wind that's a-blowing through the prospector's office. Dry wind or ill will, someone's up to something here, but who? Suspicions about Mr. Edgeworth have been flying around for nearly 2 years now. Forged evidence and arranging testimonies, you mean? He was unbeatable because he did whatever it took to win. Unbeatable, that is, until he met you.
But rumors are just rumors, aren't they? These are prosecutors we're talking about. Evidence is everything to them.
If you follow the rumors about Edgeworth to their source, you find one person. But they're off limits. Untouchable, you might say.
One person? Who?
Hate to say this, but it's your sister, Bambina, Chief Prosecutor Lana Sky.
What? My sister?
Edgeworth couldn't rustle all those cattle by himself. Some people load their guns with bullets, some people load them with deals.
What you're saying, Edgeworth was making deals to win trials?
Where there's gunshots, there's bound to be bullets. That's what the old-timers say. There's a big old secret hidden around here somewhere. Everyone knows it.
Is that why Detective Gumshoe was taken off the case? Did they target him because he was closest to Edgeworth?
Oh no. No! Oh, hon. Take a look at this. Name of the deceased, Bruce Goodman, 36 male, date and time of death February 21st, between 4 and 5:30 p.m. Cause of death, loss of blood from the chest wound. Wait, I thought they said he died from a stomach wound? This says chest wound. Assessment, wound was caused by a 4.5-inch knife. A single stab wound was found. Okay. Alright, compadre. Count to 3. Huh? You gotta do that if you're gonna draw evidence on someone. That's what we do in Texas. Remind me to never visit Texas. We need a real Texan in here. Can you confirm? Okay, let's see. We should go... maybe back to the High Prosecutor office. Hell, Edgeworth isn't here. A work desk is quite tidy, as one might expect. Yeehaw! Nope. Yeah, we saw this dialogue already. Okay. Maybe we should go back. And... okay, let's just, move. Oh, just kidding. Not here. Back to the police department? Yeah. Oh, can I present this to you? As a detective, I have to keep my mouth shut on that one. I know better than to go blabbing up. I know better than to go blabbing on about things I don't know about. No, I wouldn't want you to do that either. Good. Okay, I meant to present this. Oh, okay. Alright, just kidding. Can I look at the court record? Enter to check. Oh, okay. Just kidding. Let's see. Have you seen this? Or is he just gonna say the same thing again? Oh, there we go. Ha! A toy shield. Suits the boy well. What exactly could you shield with that? A toy knight, maybe? Officer Marshall, don't you have anything good to say about Mr. Edgeworth? You don't like him, right? We get the point. You know, when I was a detective, I got one of these. Let me guess. Did it have a K for King of Detectives on it? Hey, they could use the same shield over and over. Note to self, the prosecutor's office and criminal affairs are surprisingly cheap. You know it. They gotten cheaper with every passing year, I tell you. Dang. You know about this guy? Nope. Yeah, he doesn't care. The meaning cowboy. Anything else? What's that? Some sort of police passport? This is Detective Goodman's ID card. Strangely enough, we found it a good distance away from the crime scene. Good distance? In this rat hole? If you want distance, get yourself to Texas. Texas? This is a tiny little crime scene in a tiny little town with tiny little evidence. What difference does a few yards make, compadre? Note to self, if you encounter suspicious evidence, think of Texas. There's no better way to study than to hang out with the pros. Alright. Would this do anything? I see your badge. Looks pretty round. Our badge is a star, a lone star, shining in the nighttime sky. A beam of light, illuminating evildoers who come in the dark of night. Note to self, evildoers are weak against starlight. Hey, that's a sheriff's badge. Alright, I don't know where we should go. Emma, what do we do? Nope. Alright. How... Oops. Where is she? It's just like quiet in here. Wait. Yeah, I can't even present anything to anyone. Whoops. Where do we go from here? Am I missing something? Is there anything else to examine? No. Let's see. I think I got everything, but I need something I'm missing something, obviously, that needs to trigger.
My sister's cell phone.
The last time it was used was 5/18, right after Goodman was killed. Maybe she was canceling her date for the night?
Why did Lana make that call?
Good question. 5:12 p.m. The prospector's bright red steed came in at a... Right, red steed? He's calling the car a horse. Hans came in at a trot, real slow-like. A trot? My Madonna tells me the crime occurred 3 minutes later, so it seems the chief prosecutor was lying in wait. Bro is Uma rotted. Maybe, waiting for her prince to ride in on his bright red horse. So what you mean is, the killer intended to use Edward's car all along. A Taiki Shuttle fan? Okay, don't care about this. Okay, I think I've shown him everything. Okay, so now what? Where do we go from here? Yeah, you can't look at this. How about... Edgeworth isn't in here for some reason. Okay. I'm gonna look it up. Hopefully without spoilers. Where to go next? What am I missing? So I don't have to keep guessing. Okay, we are... okay. Yes, we passed this part. Talk to Marshall. Oh. Okay, so let me see. Let's take a look at this. Is there anything else I'm missing on this? I guess we could just do this again. No, just pressing the button. There's no need to push this again. What's wrong? You look like you look like I do during finals. Never mind, it's nothing. Oh, okay. Well, oh. What's this? Man, what a boring strap. What's wrong with it? Everyone has different tastes, you know. Here, check out mine. It's a pink princess strap. These are hard to come by, you know. I see the series is as popular as ever with the kids. What about that? POV, you learning blender. Can you rotate the phone in your head? Oh. Oh, it shows the like a... Okay, so checked. Anything else? 3D. Okay, doesn't look like there's anything else to look at. Oh, we can even zoom in and out? Oh, zoom out, or zoom in. Zoom in! Zoom in! Enhance. Okay. Okay, now we have looked. So then... okay. Examine the blue button inside the phone, examine... Yep, examine the back of the car. Talk to Marshall. What? But how do I get to this point? Oops. There we go. So examine. I'm pretty sure I already looked at this. Oh, okay, I guess not. What the? I thought I saw everything! Okay. What's this? Looks like a note of some sort. 675. 67! And 12-2. Look! Something's written on it! You're right. Let's see. 67. Oh, that's an S? Okay. 67S 12-2. Okay. There's a name printed on the paper above that. Goodman. Maybe it fell out of his pocket when he was killed. Well, so? What does it mean, Mr. Wright? How am I supposed to know? Note to self. For deductive reasoning, go to Edgeworth, not Wright. I'm sure Edgeworth wouldn't know what this means either. He's an unk just like me. Goodman's note added to the court record. So, well, how are we doing, Mr. Wright? I guess we've got some clues. We have an autopsy report, a note from the victim, and a cell phone. So, you think we'll be okay? She's such a glazer. Well, the only thing still bothering me is that Lana is confessing to the crime. She says she did it. No problem. I can guarantee that she's not the criminal. Oh, and by the way, Emma. Yes? I know that song your phone plays when it rings. What? It's the Steel Samurai theme song, isn't it? That popular TV show for kids. The phone that rang earlier wasn't mine. It was yours. At 5:18, just after the murder took place. Your sister called you, didn't she, Emma? I'm sorry. Can you tell me what you talked about? She hung up right away. I see. Cell phone updated in the court record. There we go. Okay. I have closed the walkthrough. I didn't know I just had this one thing I needed. The detective is murdered, and the suspect is the top prosecutor in the district. I've got a bad feeling about this. Like, maybe I still don't know everything that went on here. Ooh. To be continued. Yeah! Yippee! Save progress? Yes. Okay. February 23rd. Now boot up Rivals. I actually saw they put out an update, or like an upcoming update for Chinese New Year. The new skins look so cute! I'm excited. How did the investigation go yesterday, Mr. Wright? Frankly, there are still a lot of gray areas. Or rather, the whole thing is one big gray area. Don't worry about me, no matter what the outcome. I'm ready to accept my fate. I believe in you, sis. Mr. Wright, let me offer you a word of advice. Yes? A defense attorney should never believe their client. The defendant is called to trial because they are suspected of wrongdoing. Never forget that. Miss Sky, you remind me a lot of Mia. They look exactly the same. But there is one decisive difference between you and her. And that is, you're not a defense attorney. I believe it's almost time for the trial. Good luck, Mr. Wright. Your outfit is so wild. True. Yeah, chief prosecutor, looking like that. My first trial without a Fae helping me. No one's going to bail me out this time. I'm all alone. I'm all alone. I'll be alone in there. So I have to discover the truth all by myself. Let's do it, Mr. Wright. I'll be with you the whole way. Wow, thanks, Emma. February 23rd, 10 a.m., District Court. Room number 9. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Sky. Wow, look, we have the same little podium. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor. What does that mean? Edgeworth. Please. It's been 2 months, but I haven't been in a courtroom since his trial. I hope that personal feelings will not be a part of the proceedings today, Mr. Wright. Ugh. I will choose the path I think is right, regardless of what those around me might say. The judgment to be made here is in our hands, not those of anyone else. Our hands? Can we hold hands? Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. Your opening statement, please. Chief Prosecutor Lana Sky has committed an unpardonable crime. Not only this, but she was rash enough to commit it in the prosecutor's office lot. Wow, he's much more forceful in person. I suddenly feel like confessing to everything. However, she will now pay for her rashness with her life. There was a witness to her crime. A professional witness. Well then, call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. The prosecution calls its first witness, Miss Angel Star, to the stand. The cough-up queen? Wow. Haven't I seen you somewhere? You ordered the caviar lunch, right? Oh, caviar! I've never eaten caviar before! Yippee! The judge is really wolfing it down. He's hungry! And for you, I have a fiesta bowl. That is... okay. Thanks. Will the witness state her name and profession? And you, sir? What the? It's just rice! Did you order the fingerprint lunchbox? It is too early for lunch. Your name and profession, please. Well, Your Honor, how does it taste? So this is why everyone raves about caviar. It's tasty, it's so tasty, it hurts! Just rice with sesame seeds. Oh, bro, just carbs. I always thought caviar would taste like pickled what the? I always thought caviar would taste like pickled tapioca. What the heck does pickled tapioca taste like? Name, profession, now. Me? The name is Angel Star. Don't go forgetting it. Wink. I find myself running Lunchland these days. Is that what you wanted me to say, Mr. Edgeworth? Very well, witness. Please describe the incident to us. The prosecution will wait. I'm not finished eating. Hurry it up. Tasty. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. As you know, we usually call on the police to provide a description of the crime. Your Honor, as Mr. Edgeworth has said to the court, I am a professional. Huh? What exactly does that mean? Until 2 years ago, Miss Angel Star was a special investigator with the police. She was a first-rate homicide detective. What? Miss Star was a detective? Ha! I know who you are. Cough up. Cough up Queen, Angel Star, Your Honor. Long time no see. Very well. You may continue with the description, Miss Star. Just who is this lady? If I might have the court's attention over here. The parking lot at the prosecutor's office is divided into 2 blocks. A block is for the prosecutor's office personnel. B block is for visitors and clients. A chain divider separates the 2 blocks. I suppose that's to keep visitors from taking up prosecutor spaces, yes? The crime took place by a car in the back of A block, in the car's trunk. The killer stabbed the victim with this knife and went to drive the body out. Unfortunately for her, there was a witness, and an arrest was made on the spot. And who was this valiant witness? Why, it was me, Your Honor. Parking lot floor plans added to the court record. Witness, did you see the very moment of the crime? Of course, Your Honor. Immediately after that, I apprehended the chief prosecutor. It seems rather cut and dry, doesn't it? Well, Mr. Wright, I can't agree on principle, Your Honor.
It seems that some poor losers are unwilling to accept the truth, Your Honor. Shall I proceed to crush what little hope they have remaining?
If you can, then give them your worst, Miss Star.
Oh, wait, are they talking about me?
Oh boy.
Somehow, I always knew a day like this would come. I was on my way to deliver a lunchbox to my boyfriend when I sensed something. Perhaps it was my finely honed detective's intuition at work.
Oh my god.
Through the wire fence, I saw the chief prosecutor standing next to a garish car. The chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand. And then she thrust the pointy tip of the knife into Detective Goodman's chest.
Bringing a lunchbox to your boyfriend. How touching. Judge, please. As you can see, there is no room for doubt. The key point of your testimony seems to be nothing other than the point of the knife, which you saw being stabbed into Detective Goodman.
Oh, thank you for the subscription, Nebu Break. Welcome. Thank you for subscribing. Hello, hello. So, how does it feel to be so utterly crushed?
I'm still thinking about that.
It's merely a flesh wound, Mr. Wright.
Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine the witness.
Oh. Cross-examination.
Okay. Somehow you always knew a day like this would come? Why?
How did you know? I respect the prosecutor's basic abhorrence of crime. Yet their methods are ugly and twisted. Twisted methods will always lead to tragedy.
And the lunch lady's uninformed opinion is duly noted.
Given that they are used to erasing inconvenient evidence at their whim. Killing off a detective that knew too much is merely an extension of that. Miss Starr, do you have something personal against prosecutors? I felt that I had found my dream job when I became an investigator. And if I hadn't been laid off by those prosecutors over there, I'd still be one.
Laid off? She was fired.
To me, prosecutors are nothing more than worms. That said, I am a pro, as you know. My testimony is unbiased and flawless, like me.
Very well. You may continue, Miss Starr.
I was on my way to deliver a lunchbox to my boyfriend.
Yep. Tell me more. This boyfriend, he's the detective?
Not that. She's like, no, not that one. I have another one. Not that boyfriend. The security guard.
That boyfriend? You have several?
Yes. This boyfriend, that boyfriend, and the other boyfriend.
Wow.
Oh my god. Care to join? The yet another boyfriend position is still open for applications.
I'll stick with the lunches, thanks.
Note to self, the judge had to think before replying. The security guard room is in the lot in A block. It's up on the second level, so you can see everything from there.
That would be the room with the security sign.
Incidentally, did you bring your lunchboxes by car? Since I'm a visitor now, I parked in B block. So she was in B block when she witnessed the crime. When I sensed something, perhaps it was my finely honed detective's intuition at work.
You sensed something? So you're saying you had a premonition of the murder?
It felt like... how would you say? Oh yes. It was like the feeling you get when you view a pumpkin chock full of seeds.
What? I have no idea what that means. Speaking of a detective's intuition, wasn't the victim, Mr. Bruce Goodman, also a detective?
Yes, well, he was like a young cheese.
Oh, young cheese.
A pale white cheese, not yet tangy with experience on the streets. A greenhorn.
Then it must be hard, yellowed, and sharp as tack.
Yeah, with the odor of an old cheese to match. In any case, there in the lot, I felt something stirring in the back of my mind. Through the wire fence, I saw the chief prosecutor standing next to a garish car. Tell me more about the garish car. By garish car, you mean Mr. Edgeworth's car, yes.
Mr. Edgeworth?
Incidentally, the knife with which the victim was stabbed was also Mr. Edgeworth's. Wasn't it?
Indeed, it was.
Gasp.
What an odd case this is. And then the person you saw, you are sure it was a defendant?
I saw her from no further than 30 feet away. I am certain it was her.
If she's telling the truth, we're doomed.
Let's just do what we can. Even if we don't have any proof, we can always nitpick.
Witness! In your testimony, you clearly stated the following. Prosecutors are nothing more than worms. Ergo, you are biased. You are a biased witness.
You might want to keep those silly opinions to yourself in the future, rookie.
Huh? Rookie?
Unless you're willing to risk the consequences of doubting me. I'll fry you like a fritter. Crispy on the outside, chewy on the inside.
That was inspiring.
I believe I've heard that tagline elsewhere. You could cry, plagiarism? I may be relegated to the lowly post of lunch lady, but my instincts are honed.
A photograph? You took this?
The moment I witnessed the crime, my reflexes took over and snap, I took a picture. In fact, one of my lunchboxes is rigged with—
What the hell?
One of my lunchboxes is rigged with a camera.
I suppose that's more exciting than just hanging it around your neck. Witness, why am I only seeing this photograph just now?
You think I'd show it to you, a prosecutor? Think again. My boyfriend works in the photography division of criminal affairs.
Well, this is most certainly the defendant.
Alright. Uh-oh, that is unmistakably Lana Skye.
So what was the defendant doing at that time?
Chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand.
Okay.
Tell me more about this knife that the suspect was carrying. Well, I'd say the blade was about 4 inches long. Is that right, Mr. Edgeworth? It is your knife, after all.
Yes, that's about right.
Prosecutors are, by nature, well-versed in the location of a— What? Prosecutors are, by nature, well-versed in the location of a man's vital organs. I'm sure it was easier than boiling an egg for my egg salad surprise set.
You can't testify as to her ability to kill an egg. I mean, a person.
Perhaps a chicken salad set would have been a better metaphor?
So the defendant was holding a knife. What then?
Then she thrust the pointy tip of the knife into Detective Goodman's chest.
Tell the court why you didn't try to stop this crime. You did see her raise a knife to strike, no? The defense has a point.
Unfortunately, by the time I realized what was going on, it was already too late.
Too late?
Yes, the next moment, the chief prosecutor brought down the weapon.
I see.
It's only a flesh wound, Mr. Wright. We can make it.
You said that before. Anything else?
Scientifically speaking, Miss Starr's testimony is flawless. That sounds pretty fatal to me. What do we do? Is this it? Is my sister guilty?
Let's just keep our heads cool and press the witness a bit, shall we? For some reason, having her panicking next to me makes me calmer.
Don't smile like that!
Oh, that was a whole thing? Dang, okay. We have to figure out what to present then. What do we have on file? We have his ID, we have this trophy that's kind of worthless right now. We have the knife. The murder weapon, usually in Edgeworth's toolbox, traces of victim's blood, no prints. Let me take a look. Ooh, look, it's a red. Look at this blood.
This must be the victim's blood, right?
Either that or Edgeworth cut himself peeling an apple. What's Edgeworth doing with a knife like this anyway?
Hey, maybe he spent his weekends roughing it in the wild.
Edgeworth? In the wild? I think my fruit peeling theory is more likely. Are you kidding? I always pictured him as an outdoorsman. Now there's a scary thought. Okay, so nothing else really to note of this knife. Back. We have, oh, can we take a look at this photograph real quick? Yeah, she's wearing gloves. She has a coat with blood on the stain. More on the shoulder rather than the chest, if I'm gonna be honest. She is in the A block. I suppose this has to be, the car, Edward's car. There's like the oil rigs on the back. This is the wall. With, I suppose, the water tank is probably, or the faucet is probably behind here. Okay. And we have the parking lot floor plans. Let's take a look again. Yeah, here's the car. Here's the chain dividing A side and B side, the telephone. There's that wall. There's security room, and more cars. Yeah, one knife wound died within an hour and a half of 4 p.m. Death due to loss of blood. Here's his ticket from 5:12 entering the lot. Died within an hour and a half. Wait, between 4 and 5:30. Yeah, and then this was like 5:12. Why is this so early though? And then 6-7 S12-2. Victim's memo found in the car trunk. And then the phone with the call made at 5:18. And then Blue Badger. And Blue Badger. Okay. I was on my way to deliver the lunchbox to my boyfriend, and I sent something. Okay. I don't know why, but I really like looking at the inventory of items. Yeah, it's just kind of fun to look over all the stuff that you've collected. Sent something, through the wired fence. So the chief prosecutor is standing next to a garish car. The chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand. But in the photo, she's not holding anything. But you claim that, wait, oh no, did she take the photo after? It was already over? And then she thrust a pointing tip into the knife at Detective Goodman's chest. But I thought she said... Yeah, wait. When did you take this photo? Objection! And you witnessed this? You saw Miss Guy stab the victim with the knife. As I've already said, yes. I swear it on my finest salmon swirl lunch. I'm sure that is a fine lunch. But isn't that odd? Look at this photograph. Look at this photograph. This is a photograph you took of the very moment of the crime scene, is it not? Then why is Miss Guy not holding the knife? Ahem. Mr. Edworth, your thoughts? Objection. That had to be the just quietly. Objection. Yet, it was still stronger than your ever feeble mind, Mr. Wright. What do you mean, Mr. Edworth? This photograph was not taken the moment before the stabbing. This was taken the moment after the stabbing. Objection! And how can you tell that? Blood splatter. Huh? See the dark crimson stains on the chief prosecutor's coat? But it's a black and white photograph. Yes, it's hard to tell, but this could be blood. Well, Mr. Wright, I see no problem here. No problem. Except you. Mr. Wright, are you going to just sit there and take that kind of abuse? You got a better idea? Objection. Wait, that contradicts what the witness said in her testimony. Namely, that she took the picture the moment she witnessed the crime. Well, it seems I was slightly unclear. My apologies. That's it. If you run out of lunch, you order seconds. Problem solved. If you don't like it, try ordering the jumbo-sized lunch from the get-go. Good advice. I'm not sure I understood it, but, good advice.
I didn't have time to stop her. Prosecutor Sky was cold, calculating like a robot. She killed without pain or remorse. It was a premeditated murder. Premeditated? How do you know? Look at the chief prosecutor's hands in that photograph. Well, are those gloves? Surgical gloves made of thin rubber, most likely. Why would she have those on? If it was not premeditated, she would not be wearing those gloves. Ah! These gloves do seem to tell a tale of premeditation. Premeditated murder. A serious offense. Witness, add this to your testimony. The murder was planned. The rubber gloves prove it. Oh, is that just like the end of it? Oh, I see. There's gotta be something here. The murder was planned, the rubber gloves proved it. Let's see. Memo found in the trunk. Okay. Between 4 and 5:30. Oh, hold on. Maybe let's just... it's only a flesh wound, Mr. Wright. We can make it. You said that before. Anything else? Scientifically speaking, Miss Starr's testimony is flawless. Yeah. Alright. So, adding on that extra little bit to the end of her statement. Somehow I always knew a day like this would come. I was on my way to deliver a lunchbox to my boyfriend when I sensed something. Wait, why are you delivering a lunchbox at like 5 p.m.? Hi! Hello, Dick Kitty. Welcome. I mean, I guess you could have like a really late lunch, but... When I sensed something through the wire fence, I saw a chief prosecutor standing next to a garish car. The murder was planned. The rubber gloves prove it. Yummy toast at 11 a.m. Yum yum. Chief prosecutor standing next to a garish car. Thinking. Last call was made at 5:18 after the murder. $5:12. Trace the victim's blood, no prints. But how would she know if it was premeditated? How would she know that he has a knife in his car? I might get a strike for this. Objection! Witness, do you know what this is? Are you trying to test me? I sell box lunches for a living, you know. That's a knife. The knife. The knife that was in Mr. Edwards' trunk. Indeed, it is my knife. It's his knife. What's with this case? The bloody murder weapon, a red car, all belonging to the prosecutor there? The defendant is the chief prosecutor for the district, right? Mommy, are prosecutors bad people? The defense has a request. We ask that the witness provide an accurate testimony. What's that, rookie? In your testimony, you stated that Lana Skye planned this murder, and that's why she was wearing those special gloves. Seems like a natural conclusion to me. The gloves do indicate planning. However, why would she not also prepare the most important thing? The murder weapon? Oh. This knife just happened to be in the trunk of that car. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're going to plan a murder, you don't forget the weapon! Ooh! Why is a mommy on the stand?
Order! 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 My lunch order! Great, now the tide is turning in our favor.
Great show, Mr. Wright. My sister's as good as free.
Right. I believe the next lunch you'll be eating is humble pie. What? I hope you weren't deluding yourself into thinking that the tide has turned. Not over such a trifling detail. But this shoots a hole in the whole premeditated theory. Bah! The prosecution could care less if it was premeditated or not. The only one who seems to care is that lunch lady over there. The defendant, Lana Skye, murdered a detective with a knife. That is the only thing the prosecution needs proved. Nothing else.
Very good, Mr. Prosecutor. I suppose you think you're clever now? But you know, as well as I do, that she planned on killing him. It was planned. If it wasn't, why would she have been wearing...
I believe I'd like to hear your testimony again. Witness, please tell us only what you saw, not what you thought.
How dare you? My powers of deduction are not to be underestimated.
The judge flips his opinions out over every well-thought-out argument. He's just easily convinced. Really now.
Lana Skye intended to murder Detective Goodman. That's why she called the victim all the way to the prosecutor's office. I'm sure the chief prosecutor had a grudge against the victim. Nothing else could drive that human machine to plunge the knife in.
Oh, wrong. There was only a single knife wound. That is incorrect. The victim was summoned from the police department to the prosecutor's office. It does sound a lot like premeditation, doesn't it?
So if I ordered a pizza, does that mean I'm planning to kill the delivery boy?
In any case, the defense may now cross-examine the witness. Ah, we already got it. You can't fool me. Alright. Uh-huh. Yep. There we go. Incorrect. Objection! You say she stabbed him again and again. But you couldn't have witnessed that.
Are you testing me? And then I'll test you.
What the?
With my moss surprise.
I'm afraid the moss is growing under our feet as we wait, Miss Starr. What do you mean? I shouldn't have to explain this. But take a look. The autopsy report states that death was due to a loss of blood from one stab wound. Aha! You're right! Good show, Mr. Edgeworth.
What a hunk! He's my hero, really!
What about my objection? No one noticed? Hello? Well, witness. What the? How many different sprites did they make for her of these lunch boxes?
You got the crime scene set, right?
Oh, thanks.
I always believed that no one could ever mistake ketchup for blood. But now, I realize that such mistakes are possible.
So, you're saying you mistook something for blood?
When she lifted her knife, I thought I saw blood at her breast. Splattered blood from her victim. That's why I thought she must have stabbed him at least twice.
Then tell us what you saw that you thought was blood. Testify!
Her red muffler looked like blood to me. That's how ghastly the whole scene was.
Miss Starr has turned out to be as short-tempered as she looked when we met her. Yeah, Chris Deltarune, Moss. That's a lunch for them. Challenging her abilities as a detective really set her off.
Well, the short wick burns out the fastest. It's scientific fact.
I wonder, wouldn't it depend on the size of the candle? I mean, add more wax and even a really short wick would burn longer.
Obviously, more scientific testing is required.
Okay, so... intended to murder. That's why she called the victim all the way to the prosecutor's office. I'm sure the chief prosecutor had a grudge against the victim. Her red muffler looked like blood to me. That's how ghastly the whole scene was. Her red muffler. I mean... I know the photo's in black and white, so it doesn't really matter. But, let's see. Let me think. Red muffler looked like blood to me. Shouldn't she prosecutor had a grudge against the victim? And that's why she called the victim all the way to the prosecutor's office. But wait, so did they meet in the prosecutor's office and then go down to the parking lot? And then she attacked him? Oh, the prosecutor's office is the entire building, not just the one office. Okay, I see. Thinking. Let's see. Found at the prosecutor's office crime scene. Correct. Yep. Right. I'm sure the chief prosecutor had a grudge against the victim. Ooh, excuse me. Her red muffler looked like blood to me. Let's press on that a little bit. Her red muffler? Yes, like a scarf. The chief prosecutor always wears one around her neck. So she can be easily hanged at a moment's notice, I suppose. She's right. Miss Skye was wearing a red scarf, wasn't she? But wait, isn't it odd that you mistook that for splattered blood? Well, people often mistake my beard for a bib. What? You big baby. A judge with a bib? That's why this place feels so much like a kindergarten sometimes. Actually, I do think I saw some traces of blood on her chest. However, the autopsy report is clear on this matter. There was only one knife wound. Apparently, Miss Starr isn't entirely sure of her own testimony. Mr. Wright, this is our chance! Chance for what, I wonder? Miss Starr has turned out to be a short-term- oh, okay. Yep. Yep. Candle, where's the- yep. Alright. She intended to murder Detective Goodman. And that's why she called the victim all the way to the office. You have no proof that Miss Skye called him there. You have no proof that she didn't. Mr. Edward, thoughts? There is no record of a call made on the defendant, Miss Lana... made on the defendant, Miss Lana Skye's phone. She might have written him a letter. Come on, you could have tried public phone first at least. In any case, the victim came to the prosecutor's office where he was murdered. I'm sure he had a reason to be there. Witness, why do you think it was the suspect who summoned the victim that day? Sure, the chief prosecutor had a grudge against him. What kind of grudge? Well, I wouldn't know that. Of course you don't. That's because she didn't have a grudge. Rookie. I have a lunchbox here. Now, what's inside? How am I supposed to know? See, we agree there is a lunchbox here, but we don't know what's inside. A person's life is like a lunchbox with... Okay. A person's life is like a lunchbox with pretzels. Don't you agree? I get it. That's why my lunch was so salty. This judge isn't very good with metaphors. The suspect had a grudge against Detective Goodman. Will you tell us your basis for thinking this? It's simple. No. You've said that, but you haven't told us how you know. That's what I'm about to tell you, Rookie. I believe what she just said was a mere prelude to the story she's about to tell. Try not to interrupt her again.
A rookie. Never interrupt a storyteller. It's like pulling a bun out of the oven half-baked.
Something's half-baked here, alright, and it's you. Try not to confuse a defense witness. They're not very quick on their feet. Now, why did you believe the suspect had intentions to murder the victim?
Her actions speak for themselves.
That's why she called the victim all the way to the prosecutor's office. I'm sure the chief prosecutor had a grudge against the victim. Her red muffler looked like blood to me. That's how ghastly the whole scene was. Why did she call the victim all the way to the office? But there's no thing on her phone. Can we just present that? Or was that kind of like obvious? Because she's already gonna be like, well, she could have written her a letter. That's kind of like what she said. Oh, I guess, you know, if there's no record, the last record of the call was on the phone was for Emma. Is that proof enough that she didn't call her then?
Objection!
Nope, nope. I'm gonna get a strike for that. Ah! No! Okay. Well. Enter lot at 5:12. One knife wound died within an hour and a half of 4 p.m. I guess. Hold on. But how would she know that Edgeworth's car is down there? Maybe... Please don't strike me. Please don't strike me. Please don't strike me. Please don't strike me.
Objection!
No! Ah! Objection overruled. No! Ah! Maybe I'm thinking too wide. Let me check this card. Police. Oh. Let me see. A name and ID number written here. Sergeant Bruce Goodman, ID 5842189. I wonder why they only use numbers for IDs. What else would they use? Letters, silly! They're the reason we have a written language in the first place. True. Sergeant Bruce Goodman, ID Yabba-Dab. Badoo! See? Wouldn't that be better? Yabba-Dab. Well, it does have a certain ring to it. Exactly my point. Teehee. It doesn't take much to amuse her. Okay, and there's nothing else about it. Go back. No prints. Victim memo found in the car trunk. Floor plans, and then this photo. After the crime was already committed, that's when this photo was taken. There's no way you use the same evidence twice, right? Because I feel like that's kind of the only thing, is again, this was taken after the crime was committed. Shoving the same thing in her face over and over, but look! Listen to me! Well, because none of the rest of this really... 4.5-inch knife, single stab wound was found. From the chest, okay. I don't think it's the fact that the photo's in black and white, because obviously she can see. I'm probably gonna get a strike. Oh, what? There's no way. Oh my god, again. The witness is clearly not suited for detective work. What? The suspect... Oh. I was curious about that, because in the CG, when she's stabbing him, I was like, I can't even see a scarf. But I didn't double check the photo. Oh my goodness. The suspect was not wearing a scarf or muffler of any kind when she stabbed the victim. And you proved it yourself with this photograph. I should have just taken another look.
Huh? But that can't be...
Only a professional lunch lady could be so utterly clueless. Congratulations. Perhaps you finally found your true calling in life. Harsh words, but good. In the end, Mr. Edgeworth prevails. What was my objection? Chopped liver? Yeah, what about me?
But it was there, a scarf. No, not that, but something red. Really?
Well now, where were we? The witness has given us an entertaining interlude, but back to business.
What?
Very well, witness. Continue your testimony. You saw the crime and apprehended the suspect. Tell us about that.
Very well. I do remember some things accurately, at least.
Ultimately, we couldn't shake the most important part of her testimony.
The most important part?
The part where your sister stabs the victim. This next testimony might just be the moment of truth. Alright, let's hear it. I've already wasted like two bullets.
After the murder, the suspect attempted to run behind a partition off to her side. I quickly caught her, explained her rights...
How? You're on the other side!
I quickly caught her, explained her rights to her, and arrested her on the spot. Ah yes, when I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's what had me confused in my earlier testimony. The chief prosecutor made to escape, but against Angel Star, resistance is futile.
I wonder if that something red is gonna come bite us in the back later. What could it be? You're quite determined about the scarf, aren't you?
I strike like a snake and bite like a cobra. Yes, that's me, Angel Star.
That wasn't a very good metaphor. First of all, a cobra is kind of a snake.
Don't bother me with details unless you want to get bitten.
No, thank you.
Note to self, Mr. Wright is weak against poisonous snake bites. The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hands aside, kicked over an oil drum.
An oil drum? Hard to imagine.
Oh, she's beautiful, but deadly. A predator, this one. A leopard woman. Rawr.
Very well, Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination, if you will.
After the murder, the suspect attempted to run behind it. Yep, okay. I quickly caught her, explained her rights to her, and arrested her on the spot.
How? How did you do that? How did you do that? You say quickly. Were you close to the suspect?
As I just said, I was only 30 feet away from her the whole time.
Maybe I should press her for more details. Press. I'd like to see this on the floor plans, just to be safe. The Lunchland car was... She was a visitor, thus she was parked in B block. So you witnessed the murder from here. That would make it about 30 feet from the car, yes.
Is that correct, Miss Star? Yes, that's right.
But there was a chain link fence in front of you?
I went over it, of course.
Amazing! The cough of queen, lunch lady athlete, indeed.
It would have taken her a little time to climb over the fence. So she couldn't have gone to my sister that fast.
Yeah, that fence was about 9 feet high, too. So how did Miss Guy not get away?
Yes, when I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler.
That's what had me confused in my earlier testimony. The chief prosecutor made to escape, but against Angel Star resistance is futile. Wait, well, why would she mention the muffler? Why would she mention the muffler? I don't understand. She mentioned the muffler. What exactly did she say? If I remembered exactly, I would have told you in my testimony. Cheeky. Anyway, all I heard her say was the word muffler. Just that one word. So, what you heard wasn't the suspect talking to you, but to someone else? Yes, the chief prosecutor was talking on her phone. Her phone? She can't mean... By phone, do you mean... this cell phone discovered at the crime scene? Yes, ultimately. Ultimately? My memory... It's like a salmon heading upstream, you see. No, the court doesn't see, Miss Starr. The chief prosecutor first attempted to use the phone hanging on the wall. On the wall? That's right. Near the car, there was an emergency phone on the wall. Apparently, it was out of order, and so she used her cell phone. Indeed, the emergency phone was out of order that day. Good witnessing, witness. Good witnessing. Whatever happened to good testifying? You should, of course, add this to your testimony. The things I do to please this rookie defense attorney. Lana's cell phone updated in the court record. The word muffler was overheard during a call made to Emma. I saw it all, how she tried the phone on the wall but had to use her cell instead. Chief prosecutor made to escape, but against Angel Star, resistance is futile. Okay, well, tell us more about this. Do you think you could restate your testimony for the court? Aha! I was going to ask the same thing. I'll only say this one time, so listen close, rookies. The chief prosecutor stabbed the victim and ran behind the partition. Then she picked up the emergency phone on the wall, but it was out of order. So she pulled her own cell phone out of her pocket. What? But the cell phone was found here, not over here. And during the time, you climbed over the chain link fence. Then, when I boldly grabbed her arm, the chief prosecutor hung up her phone. And you saw her doing this? What is it, Mr. Wright? Chief prosecutor made to escape, but against Angel Star resistance futile. I see. It's because how would you be able to see if the partition is on the other? The partition is like between the phone and the car, and she's on the other side, so she wouldn't have been able to tell that she was trying to call. So we're gonna show her the floor plans.
Objection!
Miss Starr, I have to conclude that you have a personal grudge against Miss Lana Skye.
Objection!
The witness is a former detective. Her testimony is unmarred by personal bias. Well, who would have thought you would be my knight in shining armor, prosecutor? You, who together with the chief prosecutor, kicked me out 2 years ago. Teehee. Well, Miss Starr, this is a fatal contradiction with your testimony. How do you explain this? I don't know what you're talking about. Mess with me, and I'll make you cuff it all up. Ahem, let's look at the floor plans. You said you witnessed the crime from this point. However, if that's true, you couldn't possibly have seen Miss Skye making that phone call. I believe you see what I'm getting at. That emergency phone was on the backside of the partition. If indeed you were in B block, you couldn't have seen it. What? You're reluctantly charmed by the bento woman. Her sprites are just so good. Order, order! What is the meaning of this? Flips hair, knowing the judge is looking at me. I toss him a wink, and he looks away, but I smirk at him. Consciousness is a river, etc., etc. Insert ancient proverb. It's simple, Your Honor. She's not coughing up lunch. She's coughing up lies! That's quite a claim, Mr. Wright. Perhaps you will allow me a question. Tell us exactly what lie this witness has told the court. Here's where the counterattack begins. I can't afford to get this wrong. The witness lied about what she saw. Yeah, not where she saw it or the order of events. It's what she saw. She lied about what she saw. In other words, she didn't see Miss Sky using that emergency phone. It does seem hard to imagine how she could have. Very logical. What's the matter, Star? Cat got your lunchbox? Mr. Wright, I hate to bother you while you're celebrating your victory. But why would Miss Star lie like that? Huh? Why would she say that my sister had tried to use a phone, but failed? It doesn't make any sense. Why lie about something so insignificant? Oh, dang, she's right. I mean, maybe she really did see her try to use the emergency phone. I see no room for doubt here. What is this watermelon lunchbox? You ordered the patooey on rice, right? Mr. Wright, I thought you had— no! I thought you had something there. One more try. So, I see it in your eyes, you haven't learned your lesson, have you? Tell us exactly what lie this witness has told the court. Ah, okay. Miss lied about where she saw it, because if she said she saw her use a phone, that means she wasn't on the other side and climbed the fence. She was on the other side of the block. Good one, Nick. You ordered the Haktua, right? This guy tried to use the emergency phone, but it was out of order. What is significant about this fact? Nothing. Therefore, it would be pointless for Miss Star to lie about it. Pointless to lie, I see. But say the witness did actually see Miss Sky using the emergency phone. It would mean Miss Star witnessed the crime from a different location. A different location? Now that's a pointless lie if I ever heard one. Before you call my lie pointless, at least let me tell it. Let me ask a question to our clever wordsmith, Mr. Wright. Just where was the witness when she saw the crime? All the testimony we've heard until now points in one direction. The place from where Miss Star witnessed the crime was here. She had to be up here in the security room because she said she was delivering lunch to her boyfriend. This is the only place where she could have been. The security guard room. Indeed, the security room in the underground parking lot is well positioned. It's built on the second floor so you can see the entire lot. She would have been able to see the emergency phone from there. But why there? There are many other places where she could have seen the phone. Not in this case, Your Honor. The witness, not being part of the prosecutor's office, couldn't park in A block. The only place where she could have seen the crime in the back of the partition is here. I remember in your testimony you said you brought a lunch to your boyfriend in the security guard room, yes? Well, Miss Star? How many years have I been getting the better of men? To think that the tables could be turned. Today, a man has got the better of Angel Star. Order! Order! Witness! What have you done? You used to be a detective. You used to be a detective. You should know better. I'm not turning back. The guilty will be punished. And I'll do what I must to make sure justice prevails. The guilty? Is she talking about Miss Sky? Mr. Wright? Doesn't this strike you as odd? Why did Miss Star lie? It doesn't make sense. Huh? She could have just said she saw the crime from the security guard station. It wouldn't change anything. Exactly. This photograph tells all. Oh, that's right. It was a defendant who stabbed the victim. That truth still stands.
Objection!
It still stands? I disagree, Mr. Edgeworth. Well, what? If a witness is found to be lying, they're guilty of perjury. She knows this. She wouldn't risk that without a good reason. So tell us what her reason was, Mr. Wright. Huh? Me? Who else? Mr. Wright, let's review what we know. Miss Star witnessed the crime from the security guard station. Yo, so who took this picture, then? Over here. But she lied and said she saw it from B block. It must make a vital difference. But what? What would change? The angle of view to the crime, distance to the crime, difference in lighting. The distance to the crime, because she's not 30 feet away like she claimed she was. It changes the distance between her and the scene of the crime.
Objection!
My condolences, Mr. Wright, but one look at the floor plans and it's quite clear. The distance between the scene of the crime and the guard station is 30 feet. I don't see how that would change what she could see.
Objection!
What she saw is not in question here, but yeah, like how long it takes to get down from there. What matters is the time it would take her to reach the scene of the crime. Exactly! Miss Starr, you witnessed the crime from the security guard station. Now, how long did it take you to go from there to the scene of the crime where you arrested Miss Sky? Well, witness? Yes? What the f is this? Oh, I thought they were rubber bands.
You ordered the squid wheels, right?
The quality of my lunches has gone from low to inedible.
I was bringing a PB&J lunch with fresh boysenberry jam to my boyfriend.
Boysenberry for the boyfriend. Yum yum.
He wasn't in the station, so I waited. I witnessed the crime from the glass-walled station.
That is a long run.
And before I knew what I was doing, I found myself running towards the scene. But the door was locked. I couldn't... Well, then how... Huh? I couldn't open it.
So that took way longer. What in the world? Whoa! What the heck? And then you climb over the fence too?
And that's why I had to go through the visitors parking in B block.
That's quite a detour. Yeah, what?
It probably took me at least 5 minutes to get to the scene of the crime.
5 minutes? This changes things considerably.
But it was that woman over there in the defendant's chair who stabbed him. I know it. I have photographic evidence. I swear it. I swear it on my finest plastic spork.
You have a point, and the spork is a wonderful invention.
Would you like another caviar lunch?
Absolutely.
No. Mr. Wright, you have to do something.
Do I have any evidence to stop this? No. You have to.
Objection!
5 minutes between the witnessing of the murder and the arrest? Think about it. You could make pasta in that amount of time, if you like it al dente. I've got lunchboxes that tie pasta into knots, rookie.
A 5-minute blank. Isn't that strange? Strange. If you were a criminal, what would you do with 5 minutes, Your Honor? Well, I guess I'd flee the scene. Hey! Don't get the wrong idea. I didn't kill anyone. But you have the instincts of a killer. You would run. But this time was different. Miss Sky dawdled at the scene of the crime. She even had her picture taken. No true criminal would act this way. It's inconceivable.
Yark!
Plot twist, the judge is the boyfriend. She did offer the free seat to him because she has several boyfriends. Well then, it seems we come to the end of this testimony. We did it! We survived! The witness has a grudge against the defendant and a blank in her testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, is the next witness ready to go? Unfortunately, I appear to have overestimated this witness on account of her professional history.
We did it! We screwed that can shut, Mr. Wright.
That was too close. Wow. I'm afraid that the Cough-Up Queen has been dethroned. And with that, court is adjourned.
Yippee!
Oh, who said hold it? Oh my god.
Mr. Edgeworth, you ordered the squid wheels, right?
That's the one she tried to foist off of me. I prefer not to take the defense's team's leftovers. Anything else to say?
I might be able to save you. I have decisive evidence.
What was that? Is this another one of her trick lunchboxes? My apologies, but we have no further questions to ask of you, Miss Starr.
Is this your jumbo lunchbox?
Woohoo! A triple-decker! Out of defense, out of deference to the witness's determination, I'll allow one more testimony. Let's hear about this decisive evidence.
Like the Lunchland motto says, you won't be disappointed.
What's she going to pull out of her lunchbox this time? Bribery illegal.
I should have mentioned those 5 minutes when I wasn't looking at the crime scene. And now, to the matter of the victim's shoe. Did I not bring this up?
Why do you have this?
2 types of blood were found on this shoe. One was, of course, the victim's, and the other blood type matched that of the defendant, Miss Lana Skye. This shoe proves it. It's flawless, decisive evidence.
Of what? What? There was blood found on that shoe?
Try Lunchland for all your lunch and decisive evidence needs.
Witness, what's the meaning of this? Why is this the first time I've heard of this evidence?
Simple, as I've already said. I don't trust you with evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. That's why I took the liberty of investigating this myself.
And you had blood tests performed.
Didn't I mention? I have 3 boyfriends. Whoa. I have 3 boyfriends in forensics.
In any case, Your Honor, I can't accept this as evidence.
What?
You must know the 2 rules of evidence law. Rule number 1, no evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. In other words, this shoe is illegal evidence, at least for the time being.
Is that right, Mr. Wright?
It seems so. Edgeworth sure is celebrating.
Not so fast, Mr. Edgeworth. Don't forget, I used to be a detective. As I mentioned previously, this shoe has already been tested by a member of the forensics department. As you can see, it was approved by the police department as of today. Even the general public can produce official evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. Is that right, Mr. Wright?
It seems so. Edgeworth is looking pretty sullen.
You could at least study some evidence law, really.
The prosecution's complaints notwithstanding, it appears that this evidence satisfies the first rule of evidence law. However, it seems you have yet another count against you, witness.
Anything to ensure that the guilty are properly judged.
Victim shoe added to the court record. Very well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
I should have mentioned those 5 minutes when I wasn't looking at the crime scene.
Why did you lie about those 5 minutes?
I guess you could say I just wanted people to look at the results.
The results?
How many times do I have to say this? I saw the chief prosecutor stab the victim before my very own eyes. Compared to that, a 5-minute blank means nothing.
Then why didn't you just tell the truth?
Don't make me laugh. We're dealing with the most untrustworthy of the vile lot known as prosecutors. Falsified evidence, arranged testimonies, erasing and manipulating evidence. When you fight monsters, you need to use every trick in the book.
This when the suspect is admitting she did it? But false testimony is the most despicable crime of all, Miss Starr. Let's just get this over with.
And now, to the matter of the victim's shoe. Did I not bring this up?
No. And you found the shoe at the scene of the crime.
I detained the chief prosecutor and notified the police department. I wanted to make myself useful while I was waiting for the police to arrive.
So, like an ill-trained pooch, you snuck off with the shoe.
I was afraid someone would erase the chief prosecutor's crime. This shoe was my secret weapon if that should happen. See this fashionable basket I have here? It carries more than lunchboxes, gentlemen.
I'm happy for you and your lunchbox bag, really. In any case, you removed valuable evidence from the scene of the crime. Now, tell us what you did next.
2 types of blood were found on this shoe. One was, of course, the victim's.
Alright. So you brought it to the forensics department.
If you're going to submit something as evidence in court, you need it approved. To do that, evidence must be analyzed by a forensics expert.
And she got away with her little coup because she used to be a detective. The shoe does appear to have bloodstains on it.
Well, the man was stabbed after all.
And that blood belonged to the victim, Detective Goodman.
As I said, there were 2 types of blood found on the shoe. And the other blood type matched that of the defendant, Miss Lana Sky.
Hold it!
You can't say for sure the blood belonged to the defendant with a blood test. You claim to know something about blood tests, rookie?
Huh?
Well, speak up.
Well, blood comes in 4 types, A, B, O, and AB. However, you can't tell from a blood test whether a murder was committed in cold blood. That's just a figure of speech, Mr. Wright.
Actually, we can differentiate between million types of with all the blood tests out there, which means that we can more or less narrow any sample of blood down to just one person. Or so I hear.
That's pretty specific.
If I had a little more time, I would have gotten DNA results. But they said there's very little doubt it could be anyone but Miss Lana Skies.
So the suspect's blood was found on the victim's shoe. That ties her directly to the death of Detective Goodman. I was afraid he was going to say that.
The shoe proves it. It's flawless, decisive evidence.
Hold it!
I can't let this evidence go through without a fight. What is that?
Oh, you ordered the peppered fish guts, right? Some like it hot, Mr. Wright. Some, like your client. She's in enough hot water to make a whole vat of soup. Mr. Wright, do you or don't you have a problem with this shoe?
A problem? This is critical. Is there a problem with the victim's shoe? No, there has to be a problem. If I'm not imagining things, I'd say there is one critical problem with this evidence. A clear contradiction.
That gleam in your eyes. You're still young, rookie. I'd give you a peppered fish gut now. But you couldn't take the heat, could you?
Slay, tell me more. Let's hear what Mr. Wright has to say. What is contradictory about the victim's shoe? Show us a problem with this evidence. Oh, we get to actually look at it. She's also stepping in blood? But how? If this is... How would she have been stepping in blood? I guess that is the problem. It's not because she's claiming this blood at the top is from the stab wound, but there's blood on the bottom too.
Take that!
I wonder if you noticed. There's blood on the bottom of the shoe.
Don't mess with me, rookie. Or it'll be your blood on the bottom of my shoe.
Indeed, there is quite a bit of blood on the bottom of the shoe. It makes sense. The victim was stabbed with a knife. What could possibly be contradictory about blood on the bottom of his shoe? Well, first of all, why would blood be at the bottom of the shoe if she stabbed him in the chest, right? White enamel shoe bears traces of blood from Goodman and Lana Sky. Oh, because this is... If it's both her blood and his blood, that means that this is her blood at the top and but she's claiming that this is Goodman's blood. I think. Wait, can I check this photo again? Let me see. Oh, so her shoes are black in this photo. Let me check this again. Just wound. A single stab was found. Death due to the loss of blood. One knife wound. The victim. Well, also in this photo, this was taken after. There's no blood on the floor. So let's go with that first before I try anything else. Yeah, the problem lies in the footprint.
The footprint?
Note that the bottom of the victim's shoe is covered in blood. Then, isn't it strange? Why weren't any bloody footprints found by the scene of the crime? Aha! As you can see, there were no traces of any such footprints at the scene of the crime. That contradicts your claim about this shoe. This picture only shows part of the floor, so there could have been bloody footprints. Then where are they, Mr. Edwards? Because we checked the scene and we found nothing of the sort. Order, order, order. Will witness.
What? Great going, Mr. Wright. But it's true that the lack of a footprint is a contradiction. But then we have to ask why there wasn't a footprint.
Oh, that's true. There has to be a reason why there wasn't a footprint.
Think, Mr. Wright, think.
Hey, I don't know why it's not there. I'm just good at finding contradictions.
What?
I see. Now I get it.
Get what?
Our witness is more devious than I gave her credit for. We were hoodwinked to the very end. But she slipped. There is one vital hint to the truth in her testimony. What are you talking about?
Think back to when she told us about apprehending the suspect. The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hands aside, kicked over an oil drum.
Ah.
Oh, she's beautiful, but deadly. A predator, this one. A leopard woman. Arr.
I thought that was a strange thing for the normally cool-headed chief to do. No kidding. Now, witness, allow me to ask a very simple question. This oil drum, was it empty?
Oh, that? I'm not sure I like your attitude, Mr. Edgeworth. Though apparently you're not the slowest conveyor belt in the lunchbox factory.
Witness, well, was the oil drum empty?
The oil drum kicked over by the chief prosecutor was brimming with water.
Water? What does that mean? Oh, she's trying to say that the footprints got washed away. Still don't get it, Mr. Wright. Do you want to know the reason she knocked it over? The real reason? Aha! You don't mean... Yes, the suspect knocked over that oil drum for one reason and one reason alone. To erase the bloodstains that would become evidence against her. Wah! Gasp. That ties things up quite nicely. The bloodstains left on the victim's shoes tie her quite clearly to this murder. Then after the deed was done, she knocked over the oil drum to erase the telltale signs.
Why, that's a prosecutor's specialty. Erasing evidence.
That reminds me, Miss Skye's right hand was hurt.
Didn't she say she'd cut herself when she stabbed him? So that's when my sister's blood got on the shoe?
Well, I see no reason to prolong this trial.
Mr. Wright, do something, please!
What? What can I do? Your sister has confessed to the crime and she tried to conceal it.
But...
Enough. There is no need for further debate. The verdict, Your Honor. Very well.
But Angel Star is on the prosecution side. She could have been lying about the water.
This court finds the defendant, Miss Lana Skye. Hold it! What?
Little girl, what did you just say?
Huh? Oh, because she said she was on the prosecution side, and she's like, wait, I can't. She's like, hold on, pause. I can't have that happening.
Huh? Me? Did you say that I, Angel Star, was on the prosecution side? Well, yeah, you are. You're saying my sister hid evidence by erasing the bloody footprints. Well... I thought you'd had your fill here, but here you are, demanding a second helping. Another lunchbox. A lunchbox called Evidence.
Wait, witness, don't tell me you have something else. The time for deliberations is past. Any further comments, and you will be held in contempt of court.
Your threats don't scare the cough-up queen. Look at this!
Ah, there's the water. A photograph.
I had it just in case anyone had the gall to suggest that the white shoe didn't belong to the victim.
I see no room for error in this evidence.
Mr. Wright, wait, look at the asphalt in this photo.
Hey, it's clearly wet. Erasing the last trace of doubt from the court's mind. Wait, again, Goodman is wearing white, and in the photo, Lana is wearing black shoes. I thought she was claiming the white shoe belonged to Lana. Unless I'm reading things wrong. Erasing the last trace of doubt from the court's mind. Immediately after the murder, the crime scene was washed with water. Yeah, so then why would blood be on the victim's shoe if that was her shoe?
I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. I guess I couldn't help after all.
It's not your fault. I knew I couldn't win this case from the beginning. And it seems this is what your sister wanted anyway. I'm sorry, Mia.
Oh, right. Wet or not? Don't be so quick to throw in the towel. Ah! Get yourself up off the asphalt. Take another good look. Don't give up. Not until the bitter end.
She's speaking to me. This is the last piece of evidence. Very well. This time I'd like to declare a verdict for good.
Objection!
Not so fast. Your Honor, wait! What is it with you people? Can't I hand down my verdicts in peace anymore? Whatever it is, can't it wait?
No, it can't. Then it will be too late.
Look at this photograph.
Look at this photograph.
The last one submitted. This trial isn't over until we give each piece of evidence a proper consideration. So, Wright, are you saying there's a problem with this latest piece of evidence? Yeah, I'll think later. Yeah, there is a problem. Right or wrong, I got to go ahead with this. I suppose since we've come this far, we should give every claim a fair shake. Very well, Mr. Wright. Show the court the problem in this photograph. Oh, the muffler. She was talking about the car muffler. It has to be this. What is in the car muffler?
Take that!
The problem in this photograph is here. What's this? There's something poking out of the car's muffler. Wait just a moment, Mr. Edgeworth. Your Honor, you just said muffler. However, I see no trace of a muffler or scarf of any kind in this photograph. A muffler is also a part on a car or motorcycle, Your Honor. Just think of it as part of the exhaust system, a pipe. I see, and I see. What's that suspicious-looking cloth sticking out of the car's muffler?
So what if there is something sticking out of the muffler? What does that have to do with this case? Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Objection!
Sorry, Miss Starr, but it's not going to be that easy. In fact, you've already told us why this is important to the case. You said as much in your testimony.
What?
Let's hear what Mr. Wright has on his mind. Tell us why you think this piece of cloth in the muffler is related to this case. I heard the word muffler in the call. Miss Starr, recall your testimony for the court.
Yes, when I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's what had me confused in my earlier testimony.
Aha. I had a feeling when it was brought up earlier, I was like a car muffler?
A muffler? Ah, yarg!
Could it be that the muffler you heard mentioned was actually this exhaust pipe? If so, that means this piece of cloth is vital evidence.
Oh, ooh.
Ah, we got you now. Well, it seems we will have to suspend the proceedings.
Suspend?
I find myself wondering about that piece of cloth. If we leave any question unanswered here, we do a disservice to the law. Have the car at the crime scene inspected at once, and bring me that cloth. The verdict will wait until after we've seen all the evidence. Agreed? I suppose so. Phew, that was close. But we made it, at least for now. This court will adjourn for a 30-minute recess. Yippee! It's lunchtime, after all. He's still hungry, even after eating 2 caviar lunchboxes plus the triple-decker. He's just like me, for real. Save. Yay, we made it right on time, because I do have to end stream in a couple minutes. But let's see what they have to say to round off. February 23rd, 11:56 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 2.
Mr. Wright,
Huh? What?
are trials always like this with you? Like you're swimming up from the bottom of a lake, about to reach the surface? But no matter how hard you paddle, you never seem to get there.
Yeah, why is she so sad? Pretty much. Except today we're swimming in quicksand. So what happened to your sister anyway?
Apparently she got called off to the judge's chambers.
Probably something to do with that piece of cloth.
So, this is where we turn this trial around, right? Our only weapon, a tiny, insignificant piece of cloth.
I'm the one who's starting to feel tiny and insignificant, to tell the truth. Hola, partner! That's our favorite guy. They say you show a red cloth to a bull, it'll fire up its temper. Well, that's what they told me when I was a youngin', at least.
Officer Marshall!
Thought I'd come take a look, see how the trial's going. Looks like I'm late. You're like super late, bro. They got the home ranch locked down tighter than a fort in enemy territory. That hard to slip out, huh? What is going on over there, anyway? All the police I've seen these last few days have been really on edge. Don't you got enough on your plate without worrying about other people, compadre? You could be worrying about the chief prosecutor's taste in mufflers, for example.
Officer Marshall? The whole muffler thing didn't have anything to do with scarves. She wasn't even wearing a scarf.
You don't say. Now don't that just beat all?
Huh?
I've seen the red breeze blow at her slender neck many a time. I saw it that day too. She was wearing a red muffler.
What?
At the award ceremony that afternoon. Edgeworth's seen it too, I'd reckon. What does that mean?
In the photograph taken at the crime scene, she wasn't wearing a scarf. So Miss Starr wasn't mistaken.
Well, it's about time. Remember, partner, sometimes you gotta grab the bull by the horns. And sometimes you just gotta let that bull go where it will. Time will tell. Ugh, I have a bad feeling about this.
So, what are we swimming in now, Mr. Wright?
If it's steak sauce, I can hook you up with some fine ribs. Ooh-wee! Yum, 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 yum. February 23rd, 12:32 p.m. District Court. Courtroom number 9. Oh, we're back in already. I'd like to resume? Well, not so fast, Judge. Pause. We have to save. Okay. Alright. We are going to stop here for tonight. Your impression of a southerner is hilarious. It's whatever I've been fed by the media. But I'm glad you find it entertaining. That guy is a walking stereotype. Okay, well, thank you guys for streaming. Or, thank you me for streaming. Thank you for joining me while I'm streaming. I hope you guys have a wonderful night. And then don't forget, you have another stream from me this week. Let me pull up the schedule right here. Yay! So, today is February 10th, Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. We have February 12th in the morning, Thursday, 8 a.m. PST. We're playing another indie game demo called Poonie the Florist. That's a little kind of Valentine's-esque themed video game. I thought that'd be fun. We own the stream now. Our channel now. No! I'm right here. I'm beneath the schedule. I'm here. Ah. But yes, that is the plan for the rest of the week. So for everybody who's still here, let's take a look-see on Twitch. Who can we raid before we say goodnight to everybody? Who is online? Ooh. Oh! Okay, yay! Wait, how long has this person been live? About 2 hours? Okay, I hope they're not looking to end stream, but we're gonna raid old-time VTuber friend of mine named Captain Cube. So please go join the raid and say hello to Cube. They're a how would I even describe Cube? they're kind of like a part-time employee at like they own like a grocery store, and they are oh, you'll see. Cube is great. Cube is very funny. So, anyways, with that being said, I bid you all adieu and a good night. We will see you, or I will see you. I'll see you all next time. Bye, everybody. Have a good night.